that this year the police finally solved the baffling murder of Bob Hope.
Nathaniel Riches on Instagram wants to know, who's your favorite comedian?
My favorite comedian of all time is Bob Hope.
I saw Bob Hope live and talked to him.
Oh.
At, when I was a child. And I watched him, you know, a giant, you know, he's such a big star, Bob Hope. So I was at the Canadian National Exhibition, you know, which holds 30,000 people or something like that. And Bob Hope is just astonishingly funny.
Yeah.
And you know, like you can't quote a Bob Hope joke.
Yeah.
Because his jokes all were bad.
Yeah.
But he was so fantastic.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
And you know, when I saw him, he moved so subtly. He hardly moved on stage, but after a joke, he'd shift his weight slightly. And I thought later, he's such a physical comic in movies. You know what I mean? He can dance and move.
Yes,
and,
yes.
But he knew in stand-up to just do this very subtle.
But this is a beautiful audience. It's obvious that many of the ladies spent the afternoon with their hairdresser. Some had their hair done, and I just...
But anyways, he's my favorite stand-up. Everybody says Pryor and Carlin, but Bob Hope is my favorite stand-up of all time.
Oh, really?
Between the jokes that, you know, Carson would do a saver or something, but Bob Hope would do a great thing where he'd do the joke, stare in the camera, and there'd be fear in his eyes, as if he'd been found out or something. I remember as a child, like, really always wanting, and of course it was so great when you just walk on Carson.
Yeah,
and he's doing a special next door, you know.
Yeah. This is my thing. I'm going to go on talk shows from now on, just talk like Bob Hope from the 70s. So you asked me a question.
So Norm, I heard you're working on a new show. What's the process?
Yeah, working
been like?
on a special just across the hall, you know, and it's wild. We got a lot. We're gonna have a lot of fun. We got Kawhi Leonard, and you know he's just doing wonderful things up there. And who else will be there? Are you familiar with Cagney and Lacey?
I'm not.
Well, we're gonna have them both. And who else? Robert Stack will be there, and Susan Sarandon, a wonderful gal. Don't care much for her politics. She's a bit of a commie. But Janine Garofalo will be there. All kinds of just wonderful folk, and we're doing that across the hall. Anyways, I gotta go. And then he'd leave, and then the other guy would be. Because he'd always interrupt a guy right in the middle of the story. That's what Bob Hope was famous for. You know, Walter Matthau would go, and then I get da 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 da, and then Bob Hope walks out. Walter Matthau has to trundle over to the couch. Anyway, he picked great comics. Then I see the American one. He said Bob Hope. That's what Steve Carell said.
Right.
I like Bob Hope. I'm like, yeah.
Sure.
Why would you like Bob Hope? It's so much more interesting that a guy with no sense of humor loves good comedy.
Right.
Because that's what I heard in high school all the time. People would just play Monty Python all the time, you know, just recite it, and just witless idiots.
Although I would contend that Bob Hope was a good comedian.
Well, he's my favorite comic, but most people...
I liked his film persona, I think, more than his stand-up persona.
People have great physical comic.
Well, and also you can clearly see how much Woody Allen stole from him in terms of the persona, the nervousness, the kind of the would-be womanizer being shot down, in which I tried to steal shamelessly as well.
He just stole it, and then he thought, well, if I say I stole it, that's all right.
Right, yeah.
I'm on Barbara Welch's was interviewing. He's not a guy that, you know, has his heart on his sleeve. You know what I mean? And she said, I read that when you were young, you were, you know, a two-story flat, and you know, you were 10 children, 3 of them died, and you had to go play the old hall, you know, just to survive. You know, and he said, isn't that wild? And then she said, you've been married 50 years. Like, how do you and Dolores keep the marriage going? He goes, I play golf. We have the dogs. But I like that he was only about comedy.
I watch old TV shows.
Yeah.
And it was the first Kojak. You remember Kojak?
Telly Savalas.
Telly Savalas.
With the lollipop.
Yeah, he had the lollipop going. So for the pilot, it was Crocker's first day. You know, Kevin Dobson played Crocker.
Sure, Crocker.
So he was just out of police academy. Green. They kept saying how green he was. And Kojak had been around a long time. He knew everything. So he's, has this green kid, and he doesn't know if he wants to be working with him. So what was happening was prostitutes were being murdered.
Oh, my.
He goes, go down and try to get some information from the prostitute's mother. So a little while later, Crocker comes back. I talked to her mother. She wasn't a prostitute at all. She was a good girl. Yeah. So Kojak's seen it all, right? So he takes this lollipop. He goes, yep, she was a good girl. Mama's apple pie. The 4th of July. She was a hooker! Crocker was too green to see it,
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but now
Adam Egas, you're all dressed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Important. Whatever. What are you, from the 50s?
You told me to wear this.
What? Whatever. How have you been doing?
Great, man. I mean, what happened last week? Where were you?
Last week? Where was I? Where were you? I was here.
No, I was here.
You were here,
Yeah.
and I didn't go.
Yeah.
But listen to this, man. Where
were you?
I've been having a little bit of crisis about my entire career. I don't know if you're supposed to open this. But you know what? I don't give a fuck.
What's going on with you, man?
I'm into, I went to San Francisco.
Okay.
And I know you were raised in San Francisco. No, reared in San Francisco. You know what? That's what's wrong with this show. It's just a bunch of shit.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, well, I went to San Francisco where there's important comedy. And I'm telling you, I've changed my whole world view. I went to the Purple Onion.
Place closed down like a year ago or months.
Purple Onion? Yeah, it's a
it closed
fucking tire store now. They got some nice white walls.
What else did you do out there?
Met Mort Saul. You ever hear that fucker?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Well, anyways, I talked to him, and I realized all we do is shit on this show. Like
people love it. It's hilarious.
People love shit too. You know what I mean? People love actual shit. Well, they don't. No, they don't.
Some people.
But I'm saying that people like the lowest common denominator. You know what I mean? It's like fucking. You know what about? It's like Gustave Flambert. Gustave. You ever hear of him?
No.
He was a guy, but he was into. I've just changed on my idea. It, thou, wilt, huh?
You're just saying words.
Well, I've changed a lot of my philosophies about comedy, and it's about time. Like, who is my favorite comedian that ever lived?
Rodney Dangerfield. Hands down.
Funniest guy that has ever been.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's shit.
What?
That's right.
He's your hero. He's
he's
the
my
greatest
real
stand-up
hero
that ever lived.
Yeah, here's an example of one of his jokes. I had a blind date. I went to say, I tell you, the way he talked, Actually, he says, I had a blind date. I said, are you Doris? She said, are you Rodney? I said, yeah. She said, I'm not Doris. It's funny, but it's shit.
No, that's funny.
Yeah, no, it's funny, but it's
really...
It's not good. It's not important.
It's great.
No, what's great is jokes about wilt it thou.
Again, just words. You're just saying words.
I'm telling you that it's important. Have you ever heard of things that are bigger than just funny, like important things, like what's going on in the world? Did you ever think of that? Kobe?
From the Lakers?
Everyone says that. Kobe from Africa. He's a black guy also.
Coney.
Huh?
Coney.
Kobe. Yeah, it depends on which part of the dialect.
Yeah, okay, sure.
They
Coney,
kill with machetes.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you like that? You wake up in your hut, and there's Coney, and who's with him? His army of children. Yeah.
It'd be horrible.
Yeah.
There's nothing funny
Bunch
about
of
that
children macheting you. And then what's your recourse? You kill a child. And that doesn't look good either.
That's not funny at all.
Really? Well, I happen to talk about it for most of my act now.
Yeah, I was meaning to talk to you about that. Is that explains what happened at the Comedy Store when you came by last
At the
weekend?
world famous Comedy Store. You weren't there. You're the manager. You weren't even there.
I was there.
You saw my
Why
act?
didn't you do? No, I didn't get a chance to see the act. I came in when you were about to be done. Why didn't you do the answering machine bit?
My answering machine bit always kills.
Always kills.
That's about like how I phone the answering. Your answering machine, hoping that you don't answer. I'm actually hoping to get the answering machine rather than
every
person.
time.
I don't do it.
It's
anymore.
funny and true.
It's funny and it's not important. A lot of
Be
people
that as it
are
may.
funny. Look at fucking Gilbert Gottfried. He's going to be on the show later.
Hilarious.
Yeah, but he's not important. He's the least important fucking shit. Fuck.
So you're saying the stunt you pulled at the store last
That
weekend
was a stunt. That was my first important. You know, people country for what they believe in.
What?
Yes. You didn't know that, did you?
I don't
But you don't
believe
even
it.
know Gustave Lebrun. That's his name.
All right.
Gustave
A minute ago
Lebrun.
you said it was Laflemme or something. Now you're saying
Flaubert.
it's LeBron.
I was thinking of Flaubert.
Oh. Again, you're just saying, well, I don't think you even understand what any of this means.
Really? Wilt, I will.
Well, you're just saying basketball players. LeBron, Kobe, Wilt.
That's a coincidence.
So, you didn't do the answering machine bit. I didn't see your act. You want to know how I did?
Unanswered narcissism? Jingoist. Jingoist.
You want to know how I know you didn't do the answering machine bit?
How did you
Because
know?
it always kills.
It always
I walk in that
kills.
room, there's one guy left, and you're choking him out.
I hated that fucker.
The guy was blind.
Yeah, he was blind to the truth.
No, he was actually blind, and you hit him.
I hit him with my fist of truth.
I had to comp his tab, Norm.
Then why don't you learn about crowd control?
By LeBron.
Yeah, because he did a famous treatise on it. Fucker.
I'd like to see what Gilbert has to say about
Well,
it.
Gilbert is very funny
Yeah.
and essentially meaningless. I mean, whether or not he had been born really doesn't matter. Because unless you're murdered for what you believe in, what's the point?
What happened to you?
We'll be back with Gilbert Gottfried. I don't look at no fucking cameras no more.
Gilbert Gottfried, and everyone is always asking me how I got on this show. Well, here's how, so you can watch.
Look, this isn't a stick-up, and I don't want any money or anything, but where's the camera? I need an audition tape right away. You just gotta film me. I need an audition. There's a big show coming up. There's a big show. Wait. All right. I got hostages. My wife is so fat.
How fat is she?
She's so fat when she sits around the house, she sits around the house.
And can you believe they let me go from the show? I mean...
That seems almost like that Bill Murray, you know, when he came on and he said, hey, I'm a funny guy, give me a chance, when he wasn't doing good. Remember that?
Oh,
Is that
no.
the idea of that?
Who the hell knows? That was such a horrible season of the show.
Was that the first year of Eddie?
Yes. Yeah. First
So it was
season.
you and Eddie.
Me, Eddie Murphy, Joe Piscopo.
Some ladies, I remember.
Yeah, there
Melanie
were.
Laitzel?
No, she
Chartoff.
came later.
Melanie Chartoff.
She came later on. Chartoff.
There was a lady.
Yeah, there was a Melanie Chartoff.
That's what I just said.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm
Melanie
sorry.
Chartoff.
I apologize.
There was Melanie Chartoff.
Yeah. But she
Unbelievable that
wasn't
I
on
remembered this fucking
she
old
wasn't
bed.
on my season.
Oh, she wasn't on your season? Who were the ladies on your season?
Okay, and don't start applauding at once. Save it to the end. Gail Mathias.
Yes.
Anne Risley.
She was blonde, a hefty lady.
No, she wasn't hefty.
No, she was gorgeous.
But she was blonde. And
She was a bombshell. She'd often play a prison guard, right?
Then, yeah, she was in all the prison guard movies.
Oh, the sketches.
Yes, and Risley.
I don't remember.
And Denny Dillon.
Oh, Denny Dillon, also hefty. Maybe she's what I'm
She
thinking
was more on the hefty
Short,
side.
portly.
No, Denny Dillon.
Yeah, Denny Dillon.
She was like
like a balloon.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But she went on to sort of
semi, and I think her biggest thing she did, she played Roseanne Barr in a Roseanne Barr TV movie.
Wow.
Yeah, she played like was a biography, and I heard Roseanne call that fucking troll. Yeah, so.
Roseanne, this is what Kevin Nealon tells us. Tell him that story out of me again. He doesn't have his own anecdotes.
No. All my 90% of my anecdotes come from Kevin Nealon, but he told this real doozy about.
I should talk to him.
Yeah, you should.
So I can have some fun.
He said during Roseanne's
Roseanne
talk
had a
show.
talk show. Remember that?
Oh yes, yes.
So one time, the guest was Joe Pantoliano, and she didn't know who he was.
You fucked it up! God damn it, motherfucker!
See, you don't even have your own stories. You take other people's stories and fuck them up. Very good.
I'll tell you the story, but it's fucked up. But she's like Joe Pantoliano. She goes, this next guy's Joe Pantoliano. He's great. He was in Risky Business, and you all know. Come on out, Joe Pantoliano. And as Joe Pantoliano was walking out, Roseanne said, "I know that guy."
Now, see, you already fucked it up.
Yeah.
So now when he told it the right way,
that's my role.
It didn't work.
It didn't work because he knew that she didn't know.
Don't ask him to tell any more stories.
Damn.
Or jokes or anything.
I was going to tell you, he has another one about Jack Parr, about the water closet.
You've got a Jack Parr story. Because, you know, the kids love Jack Parr.
I'm a guest on there, and now it's time to introduce the next guest. And she says, okay, this next guy coming out, he's a great actor. He was in Risky Business. He's done all kinds of stuff. I just love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Pantoliano. And he comes out, and as he's walking across the stage toward the desk, she goes, oh, I know who he is.
Thick of the Night. This is years later.
Yes.
You remember that show?
No.
You're too young for that show? God damn.
Oh, my God.
But Thick of the Night? No, I've never seen it.
You know Alan Thicke?
Yes, of course.
Well, he had a talk show. Probably was he one of the shows like when it was Carson and just one other guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were advertising when he was coming on that he was going to be the one to knock Carson off the air.
Alan Thicke?
And he did. I mean, it was 20 years later. And now he's even dead, Carson. So you see, he knocked his show off the air and killed him.
He did.
Yeah, it was delayed.
A Canadian talk show, because I lived in Canada. Did you ever do that one before?
I never did the Canadian
so he didn't
one.
know you from that or anything
No.
like that. So he was one of his cast of regulars or irregulars.
On the Alan
the resident cast. Oh, remember who else was it?
The Bells.
The Bells.
Oh, Richard Belzer? Belzer? Richard Belzer? Oh, all right.
For the hip people.
And it was one of those shows when a show's really bad, how it keeps changing. The writers get together.
The Ottoman changes.
So, yes. And
I remember he had like a disc jockey, had buttons that he would hit.
Yes.
Where things would happen.
And they somewhere along the way, they decided, hey, it would be funny if Gilbert is the guy who lives in the catwalk. He never comes down from the... And so then it became like, we're going to go visit Gilbert Gottfried. He's up there in the catwalk. Gilbert Gottfried. You don't know what he's going to do next. He lives in the catwalk. And it was a horrible, horrible idea. You couldn't go anywhere with it. And he goes, hey, Gilbert, what are you doing up in the catwalk? And I'd have to try to ad-lib something, and there's nothing to ad-lib, because you're in a catwalk, there's nothing to play off.
Doesn't it sound close to Chris Elliott's Guy Under the Seat?
Yes.
So it was you, the Bells, Denny Dillon?
No, she...
Who else in the cast? I'm trying to remember that. There had to be a black guy.
On that season, there wasn't a black guy.
There was more than one season?
But after, there was more than one season. I only lasted one season.
Oh, they said the problem's Gilbert.
Yes. I know what's wrong with this show.
It's the catwalk.
Gilbert.
So they went
He's
to
what's holding
so
us
they actually
back.
changed the cast.
Yeah,
The
so
resident irregulars.
yes, and then at one point they brought in as a sidekick Arsenio Hall.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. That's what America said.
Have you ever hosted a program?
No, I don't think so.
Because you know they have
Yeah.
all those, like, after somebody fails, then they bring in...
Oh, yes,
like,
yeah.
You know Jimmy Brogan?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so he told me, because after Arsenio, they gave everybody
He
a
has
shot.
funny stories that he told them.
No Jimmy Brogan stories.
Jimmy Brogan
Yes.
will not swear. He won't curse.
Yeah.
So one time I saw him at the fucking Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hello, everybody. How are you doing?" So some guy's like, "Fuck you, Brogan. You suck my cock." He's like, "Very nice, sir. Very nice. Yeah, nice way to talk. Yeah, you talking to your mother? Yeah, fuck you. I'll fuck you in the ass." "Oh, very good, sir. Yes. Well, I suppose you went to Ivy League, obviously." The guy was winning. But anyways, who did you start out with? I don't even know where you came. Is that a good question?
It's not.
No,
It's an Adam question.
You were in, was it what?
It's an Adam question.
Yeah, they usually Adam asks those kind of questions. Ask him like who he started with.
So, who did you,
I
did you
smoked a
start
cigarette
with?
to look like Tom Snyder. Yeah.
Very intimate, dark.
And he would ask questions like this.
Who dere some of the comics you started out with?
Oh, wait a second. Tom Snyder, didn't he used to do that whole speech at the beginning?
Yeah. Oh, yes, the
Fire up.
color teeny. Fire up a color teeny.
I don't understand how that...
It doesn't address your question. You want to know
I'm trying to find out who this guy... Yeah, who
he
Gilbert
started with?
out
Who's
with.
his peers?
A lot of people.
What about that lady?
Yeah, she was
Elaine
good too.
Boozler. There was two. There was two ladies.
Yeah.
Do you know the second one?
Marsha Warfield?
She went out with a lot of comedians.
Oh.
She's now a lesbian.
Sandra Bernhard?
She may have been at the time.
Sandra Barnes?
Carol Leifer is the answer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Do you remember her?
Yes, and yeah, she did announce she's a lesbian now.
Now, back then, how many ladies were there? Seriously, there was two, right? Elaine Boozler?
Yeah, I mean, there were other, like, comedians that went nowhere.
Yeah, there were?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Was Irma Bombeck?
Yeah.
Lois Bromfeld?
Oh, yes,
How the fuck do you know her?
Another lesbian.
Yeah, most of them were.
Yeah.
I don't know. Valerie Bromfeld, was she on your Year of Saturday Night Live?
Lesbian.
She's a lesbian.
Yeah, Valerie Bromfeld. Now, did I do a show with Valerie Bromfeld?
Sure, yeah.
I did a show.
Check the IMBD.
Yeah, check
you did
the
a show.
fire up the color teeny. At any rate, Barry Levinson was making this, and I have no idea.
He was making the TV show?
Yes.
He's a big deal.
Yes.
Was he then or no?
Yeah. He had already done Diner.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's the way.
I like how he adds to it. I said he did Diner. Yeah.
I actually like Diner. It's a good movie.
It's like working with...
Paul Reiser was in that as well.
It's like Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man. Yeah, Diner. Yeah, he worked on Diner.
You know where this guy started?
I give up.
He used to work under the Queensboro
George
Bridge.
Washington. I named the wrong bridge.
No, Queensboro Bridge, and he'd jerk off punks for $15 a man. That's when I first met him. But he's a good guy. But it doesn't matter what you are. You got into a Twitter problem. Last night, I got into a bit of a Twitter war with my followers. Followers, it ends up they all fucking hate your guts. But I maintain, I watched this Liberace movie.
Okay.
And he's making out, it's, plays him? Michael Douglas.
Yes.
First of all, has pussy cancer in his throat. He's making out with Matt Damon,
See,
which isn't
I
good.
think cancer's a small price to pay to lick Catherine Zeta-Jones' pussy.
You would take that chance?
Yeah, I would eat out her asshole for muscular dystrophy.
For the chance.
Yes, for the chance.
Now, in the muscular dystrophy telethon.
I would suck her tits for lupus.
For the chance.
Yeah, the chance.
Muscular dystrophy. Would you commit suicide by
after
Catherine
this show?
Zeta-Jones?
Oh, yes. I would. If I wanted to kill myself, I'd eat Catherine Zeta-Jones' twat. Yeah, I suck. Goodbye.
Get him out. And we're trying to get you out with
the jaws of life.
Jaws of life.
At the jaws of life.
Are we going to commercial? Daniel says we're going to commercial.
We gotta take a break.
We'll be back with the ever funny Adam Egan. Muscular dystrophy, Gilbert, remains uncured.
Yes.
Although every year since I was a child, Jerry Lewis would explain that it would be cured soon.
Oh,
if I kept phoning.
There was an episode of the telethon where you always turn away when it goes to the local station.
Yes.
But I would gladly I luckily stayed and watched. And it was Tony Orlando.
Yes.
Was hosting it. And, Jerry Lewis would get the cute muscular dystrophy kids. And so Tony Orlando's got one like... And he goes, what's your name? and Tony Orlando goes, hey, want to sing a song with me? And I'm going, oh no, tell me this isn't happening here. This guy goes, come on, and he signals to the orchestra, and they start, and they start playing, da 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 da. And Tony Orlando goes, if there's something wrong in the neighborhood, who are you gonna call? If it's something bad and it ain't no good, who are you gonna call?
Oh, man. We are all going to hell.
I want to get back to your Twitter feud.
Okay.
The followers. Why are they mad at you? What happened?
Oh, the followers. No, I just maintained that Liberace never said he was gay. And then in this movie, he's sucking cocks and stuff. And I don't think you should do that. And they got mad at me. On the HBO movie, they present him as a secret gay guy. And we don't really know that for sure.
Well, I mean...
He was a pussy hound.
Is that what you hear?
Yes.
Yeah.
Much like Michael Douglas, apparently.
Michael Douglas was proud, kind of insists that that's how he got it.
Yeah.
Right.
Even though you can get it from cigarettes or drinking.
I prefer people know. If I got it, I would prefer that over sex.
The Celebrity Apprentice in the finale, and Penn Jillette had assembled all the famous people from Las Vegas. And it was like, here is Penn Jillette, and then here is Wayne Newton, and then here is Gilbert. Wait a minute. How is he on the Mount Rushmore of...
Do you have a week?
Because he plays Brad Garrett's club
I'm
once.
known as Mr. Vegas.
I think he'd be great on Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Well, I've already been on Rachel and Guy's Cook-Off.
Yeah.
And
Guy Fieri?
Yes. I was on that.
Oh, you were on the wife swap.
Yes, and I was with Alan Thicke.
I know, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I got to fuck Alan Thicke for a week. He goes, ooh, that's so good. Ooh, fuck me harder, fuck me harder. Ooh, that's so good.
So you live with his family?
Let me.
I think that's Robin Thicke with Dara, isn't it? Don't you switch? His beautiful wife, Dara, is with us. Gilbert's.
Right.
But wait, you.
Let me suck your dick so I can get leukemia.
They're doing a shot of Dara right now. Leukemia. How did Alan Thicke get into the leukemia bit? That's Michael Douglas.
Because that's if you suck cock.
But
you get leukemia.
so
that was Michael Douglas.
Wait. What? Bud would come up, he'd have to introduce Eric Douglas, you know, because it was.
Yeah.
And he kept mentioning Kirk Douglas. So then he goes up. So, anyways, one time he was at the back of the Improv writing in a book, and there was some little Jewish guy talking about how his cock was small on stage, and he looks at me, Eric Douglas, he's like, "This guy's saying his cock's small." I was like, he's being self-deprecating. He's like, so he writes down self-deprecating. He's like, what?
Oh my God.
He's like, what is that? You know, he's making fun of himself, and he writes self-deprecating. Anyways, I see him a couple weeks ago. He's talking about how small his cock. Meanwhile, he's real handsome. You know, he can't get girls. His cock's small, and everybody's like, we don't. Anyway, he's dead now.
Yes.
Died.
Because his cock was so small.
He actually was outlived by both Kirk Douglas and Michael Douglas.
God damn it.
Eric Douglas.
I was going to get him a man grade.
And he wanted to, I think he was in trouble for trying to sexually assault a male flight attendant once.
Jesus.
That's all I know about Eric Douglas. What do you know about him?
He was trying to male flight
It was
attendant.
all, just hearsay.
Because much like Liberace,
yeah,
he was.
Hearsay.
They have Eric Douglas show up in the Liberace movie.
Wait, how do you know Eric Douglas?
Yeah.
Yes, you know him because he wanted to be a comic.
Yeah, that's how I know him. And I know he'd pop up in the news passing out on drugs.
Yeah, he was a tough guy. We tried to book on this program Robert Blake, who Daniel fucked up. We could have had him.
What happened?
Daniel talked, first of all, Robert Blake doesn't like guys in suits. And Daniel talked to him for an hour.
Hey, we all have that problem. I know when I see a guy in a suit, I start running.
No, not a guy in a suit, a suit. Like, you know, a suit.
A suit?
Like, that means an executive.
Oh.
Like, he doesn't like, that was.
Oh, I see.
So and then what did Daniel say at the end of the interview?
I'd love to say in chat, but I got to go have dinner with my wife.
At Vitello.
No, but not as a joke. Like, I don't know if he meant it as that. Like, I don't think he meant.
This is a great story so far.
And the other guy we tried to get was Jan Michael Vincent, and then he's like, no, he's dead. Well, it turns out he's not dead. Turns out he's not dead. He's a loyal watcher of the show.
I don't know about that. It's somewhere in between.
Yeah. He's not dead.
Was he Alias Smith? No, Peter Duel was Alias Smith.
I don't know. Did he die young?
No, Peter Duel killed himself.
He did?
Yeah, he was Alias Smith and Jones.
A guy you worked with killed himself, stabbed himself in the snow of Connecticut.
Yes, Charles Rocket.
Yeah, did that shock you?
Yeah, that was.
Or was that expected?
Yeah, no. See, I'm always the last person to realize.
Yeah. But that was an odd suicide. Most people.
I don't think anyone would ever expect someone to stab themselves repeatedly.
Like if you were to choose a suicide, you'd mull it over. You would not naked in the snow.
No. That was one. That's a guy. Number one, really does want to kill himself.
Yeah.
And wants to kill himself in the most painful way possible.
Jesus.
It's not like
to me, it's almost like a mental problem. Or he has issues.
Well, it's like Owen Wilson. They said cut his wrist.
Yeah.
And
2 months later, he's back in the films.
He's walking in Hawaii with some model afterwards, and they zoom in for a close-up in the tabloids. And maybe you could see like, kind of like, it looks like a pimple. And you go, well, or it could have been a fold in the skin. And you go, oh, well, I guess that's.
Would you commit suicide by
after
Catherine
this show?
Zeta-Jones?
Oh, yes. I would. If I wanted to kill myself, I'd eat Catherine Zeta-Jones' twat. Yeah, I sunk. Goodbye.
Get him out. And they're trying to get you out with
the jaws of life.
Jaws of life?
At the jaws of life.
Are we going to commercial? Daniel says we're going to commercial.
We gotta take a break.
We'll be back with the ever funny Adam Egan. Dollar Shave has made me so much happier about shaving. It's a cool brand, and they send you these quality razors right to your door every month. So you don't have to think about it. You don't have to wait in line, and then some weird-looking guy bring you to the bag and open up a thing, and and then you get it, and it doesn't really fit into your thing because you got the wrong one for your razor. You know what I'm talking about. Shaving has become such a mess. But now, with Dollar Shave Club, no more hassles. It saves me time, and time is money, and it saves me money, and money is money. And the razors are fantastic. I got to tell you, I want you to go try this, all right? Go to dollarshave.com/Norm. You will get a free sample also of Dr. Carvey's Easy Shave Butter. Don't eat it. It is awesome, and it is free with your first shipment. Also makes the perfect Father's Day gift. Dollar Shave Club, something that an old man can actually use. Support this show. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/Norm. Again, dollarshaveclub.com/Norm. Aflac Duck.
Yes.
Did you lose a lot of money?
No.
In future,
no. It was $5 a commercial.
That's more than we got for the man.
I bet that was a lot of fucking money because it was set, right? You didn't. Would you go in and just do a whole year's in one?
No, they'd have me come in each time to do new ones.
Oh, they would.
And then they wound up firing me, getting a new guy to imitate my voice for less money, thus bringing closure to a horrible tragedy.
One time I did, you ever hear of the Dr. Dolittle movie?
Oh, yes, I was in that.
You were in
the
it?
first one.
Yeah, what were you, a crow? Something.
I was the dog who, the obsessive compulsive dog.
Oh, I was a dog also, so we may have done a scene together.
Yes.
I was also a dog.
You were the dog talking to the lion.
And they called me and said, Eddie wants you to do this movie, and then I never got to meet Eddie.
No, I didn't meet him during that either.
Betty Thomas.
Yeah.
And then I do a line, and she goes, "This is not that funny." And I have to think all night trying to think of a funnier line. But anyway, the point was, I was going to say, I did all 9 Dr. Dolittle movies because they said otherwise we'll just get a sound alike. And I was like, oh, I don't want that guy to make money. I did a thing on Family Guy. Everybody knows me from that one fucking little thing. So does that ever happen to you?
I did.
Like a surprising thing?
Yeah.
Aladdin.
Yeah, Aladdin. That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Boy, who would think a Disney film would be big? Who would think from Aladdin, which nobody saw,
I thought that
and didn't play outside of New York?
I mean, it's no.
It was such a
Shoudini.
It was such.
I meant to say Shoudini.
Shoudini.
It's no Ford Fairlane.
You ever seen Shoudini?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Do we have a copy of that
God
commercial?
damn, I wish we could. We're going to get one.
In it,
Brent's going to get a copy of Shoudini. And what was it? It was a great...
Oh, wait, yeah, it was like a fake infomercial, right?
Yeah,
or was
no,
it real
it was
infomercial? Oh, my
People
God, that was
fake.
real?
And it's like,
what was the catchphrase, though? It's like a shoehorn.
On a stick.
I can't believe that was real.
And you know how every infomercial has like the beginning that shows the way you're doing it now is dangerous and bad. They would have these old people trying to put their shoes on and off and falling down dead, they a look of terror and then falling to, and you go, oh, how many old people die from putting their shoes on, and some people, if you're cynical, you might go, well, why don't they sit in a chair when they put their shoes on? But it's just, you're old and you don't think of that.
What about the time when the old product works, like Canaccore apple?
Oh, yes.
What, an apple core?
I'm the chef for the future.
Chef of the future. Chef of the future.
Ha ha.
What have you brought with you, Chef of the future? Who, pray tell, is this? Canaccore apple, Chef of the future. What about the third incarnation of Lucille Ball's career, her final show.
Oh my God, the best. That was, what was that one called?
75?
Life with Lucy?
Life with Lucy.
Yeah, that's where she was like 90 and
they'd
still
have her
this
on top
wacky,
of a ladder.
Yeah. She's still a wacky girl, and she's 90, so it's really sad. Yeah.
See, I grew up on the second one where she seemed like a drunk.
Oh yeah, Mr. Where she was Mrs. McGillicuddy.
Yeah,
and
Mr. Mooney.
Yeah, Gail Gordon and
she'd remind you of your like drunk aunt, like Joy Behar kind of. Joy Behar reminds me of an older person in my family that's funny around the table.
They're virtually what she is. Yeah.
They're losing a couple people from The View though. I think they're losing Elizabeth Hasselbeck and Joy Behar.
No, Elizabeth Hasselbeck. There was a rumor.
Oh, there was just a rumor.
Yeah, that was.
Thank God.
That was urban legend.
You checked Snopes on that? We're gonna get it. I think we're getting a clip of Shoudini, right?
Oh.
No, Shoudini. Oh no, we don't have to do it in real time. We can just.
Well, I want to see it.
Without audio.
Oh, that's retarded.
Oh well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's not good.
No. This is the one where I do the voiceover. We have it without audio. Yes.
No.
We have a Popeye cartoon, but you can't hear him. We've got a Frank Sinatra record that we could show on camera.
What are we going to show it for?
Yeah, we don't have to show it.
No audio, just a bunch of pianos falling on old people trying to use a regular shoehorn.
I was thinking about Saturday Night Live in the first years. I go, the sketches that didn't work, I go, I guess they're avant-garde.
Oh, yeah. Out bending over. And unlike regular shoehorns, Shoudini has a patented grip clip that holds your shoe in place. Yes.
We've already explained it. It's almost like after an Adam Eve.
Bending over to put your shoes on is a back-breaking chore. One wrong step, you could end up on the floor. And trying to get them off can hurt even more. Well, now there's Shoudini, the world's first shoehorn that lets you get your shoes on and off with ease. Shoudini has a telescoping handle that gives you the reach you need so you can slip your shoes on without bending over. And unlike regular shoehorns, Shoudini has a patented grip clip that holds your shoe in place while you take it off. Just slide it in and slip them off. Shoudini works with all your shoes. You can even use them on sneakers. And just look how easy it is to put on and take off dress shoes, even when they're laced up. No more wrinkled clothes trying to get your shoes on. No more scuffing and damaging your shoes trying to get them off. Shoudini is perfect for anyone with arthritis or back pain, especially those with limited mobility. Plus, the grip clip lets you pick up your shoes off the floor without bending over. So stop bending and struggling with your shoes every day and get them on and off the easy way. Get Shoudini right this second. Come on, please. It's not just a shoehorn. Look at that shoehorn like erotic look when she pulls the thing out.
And get your Shoudini for just $14.99. You'll also receive our shoe renewer, the one-pass clear coat refinisher that works on any color to keep your shoes looking fresh and new. Plus, it's great for restoring handbags too. A $15 value free. But call right now. That's right. You get 2 Shoudinis and 2 shoe renewers for only $14.99.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it has that hook that I like. Yeah.
Yeah. But seriously, what does something like that pay?
That wasn't bad.
Yeah. Do you get paid like for voice stuff and shit?
Yeah.
Because I always go like...
I do it for charity.
A lot though.
Yeah.
Because I say to my agent, I got a weird voice. Everybody's always like making fun of it, and people come up to me and go, hey, here's my impression of you. So I go, if I'm going to be made fun of...
Hey, lady!
Then why can't I do voice work? Which seems very easy to me. Like it would be easy.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't have to move your hands and gesture.
That's the worst part about acting is the gestures.
It is.
Yeah.
I fucking seriously, I was in this movie. I don't know how to act, so I heard less is more. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
I won't do anything. And the guy did not care for it at all. I thought like by doing almost nothing that he would, in my stillness, see something.
Didn't work.
No. Sanford Meisner. You ever hear of that fucker?
No. Oh, yes.
Yeah, he was my teacher.
He was?
No, but his teacher, my teacher had...
Oh, was this the one you took with Stevie?
Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
We did this thing, me and Stevie Ray Fromstein.
Yeah.
And we were
he's big.
He's very good at...
Yeah.
What's his thing
Sanford
now?
Meisner. He's the holy atheist.
Okay.
So he goes on, half his act, his first act, half his act is how there's no God. The second half of his act is how brutal, what is it called? Circumcision is.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's all about circumcision.
And the audience is very...
Yeah.
The first half is okay, because it's very in vogue, the God thing, but the circumcision and...
They start losing people.
Yeah, people are like, oh... And anyway,
he's very graphic with
He's
it.
very graphic. He talks about how I don't know why I'm talking
about the acting class that you took with Stevie.
I don't like when he tells me to tell a story.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then it's not a
you
good
mentioned
story.
the guy.
You tell him a fucking story.
No, that doesn't go well.
Tell him your best story.
My best story was the Stevie. You just fucking told it.
No, it happened to you. He's a comedian. You ever do the Tempe Improv?
Okay.
You know
I
that
think so. I worked a few improv. Yeah.
Tempe, the big theater.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah, I used to manage out there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have.
You were also a stand-up there.
No.
You told me you did stand-up.
Well, I did. I mean, for like 3 or 4 months.
What was your joke?
You had one joke?
No, it was so
one.
ridiculous. It was stupid.
What was it?
Oh God, man!
No,
it was something like don't take a shot from a girl at a bar because it looks ridiculous. It's never good. It's. I think the punchline was is this a Care Bear cum shot or something? It was really ridiculous. I don't remember it. It was so long ago, but that was the gist of it, and that's why I don't do stand up anymore.
You should open with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should open and close with it.
He can't even tell his own joke.
Yeah, I mean, again, I tried it maybe like less than a dozen times. I did it maybe 7 or 8 times. I did stand up, and it was years ago.
Don't take a shot at a girl at a bar. I think it has to do with the Care Bears. It's like, what?
That was the worst. We're back with Norm MacDonald Live. So this Gilbert Gottfried.
Yes.
You want to plug anything?
Yes.
Yes.
My website's gilbertgottfried.com.
Oh, and you can get the great book there.
Yeah, you can get an autographed Rubber Balls and Liquor on gilbertgottfried.com, and you could get my Dirty Joke DVD.
That's a great DVD.
And my Twitter account, if you weren't born in Tokyo.
At Gilbert Gottfried.
At Real Gilbert.
Oh, at Real Gilbert.
Yes.
So I just type in his name.
Just at Real Gilbert. And my website's gilbertgottfried.com.
Excellent.
That I got from someone in Thailand. I did.
You did?
I had to buy my name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because they just buy everybody's name?
Oh, yeah,
hoping
yeah.
Fuck.
That's fucked up.
How much does that cost?
That was a double insult. Number one, I had to buy my own name and how cheap I got it for. It's like, he said, okay, for that price, we could throw in a yakovsmirnov.com also.
Yakov's back on the scene.
Yeah, he is. He is. Yeah, he comes in.
What a country.
He still can't get over this country. It's weird, because he's been here forever now. Fucking Branson, right?
In America, you drink water. In Russia, the water drink you. What a country. In America, you put on jacket. In Russia, jacket puts on you.
It's uncanny. That's it for an hour.
In America, you brush your teeth. In Russia, the teeth brush you. What a country.
He had a television show. You were not on that show.
No. But in America, you go on TV. In Russia, TV goes on you.
That's pretty much it.
That's Now we're going. This is the section where we do jokes.
Yeah.
And you don't have to think of them. They're written
For
on
the
blue
first
cards.
time in the show.
Yeah, the first time in the show. We do jokes. we stop our
Yes.
Mark Maron-like grilling of your personal life. Be a Mark Maron.
I don't have a Mark
Maron. Mark Maron gets it a lot, like
Oh,
anything you
yes.
say. I get it.
Yeah.
Were you jealous of him? Okay, so here's a joke.
Oh,
This seems
okay.
like a Gilbert Gottfried joke.
Okay. Today is the 11th birthday of President Obama's youngest daughter, Sasha, or as I like to call her, the uppity one.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm a regular Mozart. You know that sweet old song, Tea for Two?
Certainly. Why, certainly.
Nobody near us to see us or hear us? I think those people wanted to get down to some serious fucking.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, read this.
You didn't see that one coming.
I think the reason I most look forward to China ruling the earth is that all of their last names sound like slang for cock. I'll tell you a joke. This one, it sounds like a Gilbert joke because it's ripped from today's headline. You know the story about Sergio Garcia and Tiger Woods?
Don't I?
All right, then this joke will be perfect. It's a little it's on the longish side.
What was I living in a cave? The Gulf War between
the Gulf War.
Yes.
No, the Gulf War. The Gulf War ended 18 years ago. There's nothing to do with Kuwait.
But it's still the lives lost. That's why it's important to me, that Gulf War. Could we put a U there so it looked like it is the Gulf War?
Okay, this is the Gulf War. It's a Gulf War.
Sure.
I agree with you.
Gulf War.
Yes, I agree that when you first glance. But there's been a Gulf War.
Because, you know, when you think of Tiger Woods, you think of, like, how he risked his life in the Gulf War. Yeah. He was a war hero.
He was?
The D-Day invasion on the Gulf.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
Only half. Well.
Okay.
Wait, I think I may have broken the joke there.
Wait, so I don't have to do it?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
You're going to do that one.
Oh, all right. I'd like to say something to Michael Douglas. I sang with Liberace. I knew Liberace. Liberace was a friend of mine. Michael Douglas, you're no Liberace.
I'm sorry.
See,
Here, I'll give you another.
I think Jay Leno could do that in this.
It was long. But what do you make of what do you make of the late night wars?
I'm very upset.
What would you do if Seth called you over to the couch?
Oh, that would be exciting.
Okay.
Next week I'll be doing Woody Woodbury's talk.
Woody Woodbury. The idea of the show was that I'd become an important.
Oh, there's an idea to the show.
There's a theme to every show. And I've looked up on the internet some important comedians that talk about jingoism. And I wilt I thou. But anyways, I would like you to see this. I would like you to see this, especially you, and to learn that
I looked up I wilt I thou, yeah.
It's not all about Henny Youngman. Although, you know, this is what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Henny Youngman says, "Take my wife, please." It's a 3-word setup and a 1-word punchline.
Yes.
Isn't that incredible?
It is.
Okay, so let's watch what I found on the internet. This is the new comedy. We're going to play it?
Yes.
He didn't get murdered.
He got murdered by those fuckers.
I knew he was dead. I didn't know that was the way.
That's not what happened.
And you know who I blame? In a way, you can't help but blame those people that
I
The starving
blame the
children
Jews.
lobby. Well, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it in that pithy a way.
I blame the Jews
I didn't want
for murdering.
I didn't want to say it right out.
That wonderful man was killed by the Jews.
Now, do you feel that was because the Jews are against starving children, against space
They've always
exploration?
been against. I'll tell you one thing about the Jews.
Yes.
They've always been against those starving children. I've seen Jewish gangs beat up starving children.
Oh my goodness!
Who try to
gracious.
move into their neighborhood.
Now, Adam Egget, you know Adam Egget, right?
No.
He tells me this big story about how the pictures from the planes on Dachau and stuff don't show enough. The chimney is not long enough. It doesn't cast a long shadow enough to have possibly been big enough to service the killing machine of Hitler. That's what he told me.
I've been saying that for years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you finally found someone to agree with you. And he said, how could the cyanide, why would the guards not all be dead from pulling open the doors? I go, I don't know. I don't have every answer. But anyways, this man was murdered. That's the important thing. And for saying what? That Reagan should be murdered? That was a great joke. We have another joke, Brent. We have another comedian.
Joke.
Brent, are you? Oh, look at this.
Now, the thesaurus is other words for cluster would be clump, mass, group, body, crowd, which brings me to Gustave Le Bon and his famous treatise on mob mentality called The Crowd. Whenever you're in a crowd, unfortunately, the IQ of the crowd tends to sink to the lowest common denominator, and that's where you get mob violence or the unexamined narcissism of nationalism and jingoism and sports enthusiasm and things of that nature. That to me is a clusterfuck because you can get stuck in that and you would like to have a more I-thou relationship with the world instead of the I-it clusterfuck of the crowd.
She was shot. I have to say, she's dead now.
She was shot?
Yeah, she was shot after doing the clusterfuck.
She was the clusterfuck?
Because she told the truth about clusterfuck.
About the famous Gustave LeBron.
It's not LeBron.
Something like that. But his theory. Okay, listen, this is what we have to do. I'm really, really decrying this bit now. But this is how the bit reads. That this man was murdered.
Yes.
I'm starting to do important comedy. So I'm going to take it one step further.
Tell me more.
I am going to say...
I'll be the Fred Allen here. My, tell me more.
I am willing now.
Why, it's Senator Claghorn.
Remember Senator Claghorn?
Well, Fred, I say Fred.
Senator Claghorn, you probably...
Ellen Claghorn?
Well, it was like Froghorn Leghorn was based on Senator Claghorn.
Okay.
An old
Well, you see there, Fred. Ah, yes, Senator Claghorn.
A highly racist senator.
Oh, got it.
That later became a cartoon rooster. Okay. We are now I am going to kill myself.
Oh, yeah.
Like a monk.
I've been waiting for you to say that for years now.
Yeah, you really want to do that?
Yeah, because of the war and Coney and everything.
The war in Coney?
No, Coney, the fucking armed children.
The starving children versus the Jews.
Do you know what happened with Coney, the killer in Africa? They made a movie about him.
Yeah.
The guy who made the movie about him ended up whacking off in public. That's what I was...
Sure.
All support for killing Coney vanished because you had to say you were on this guy's side. So the movie maker... So anyways... Oh, God.
Alfred Hitchcock used to jerk off in person. Yeah.
What? What? Was that in the movie?
He'd just sit out in the park and jerk off. I did Cecil B. DeMille. Martin Scorsese, I saw whacking off in front of the
It seems like Cecil B. DeMille played himself in a movie.
Yes.
You know that? No. He doesn't know anything before his time. Like you'll go, Abraham Lincoln. He goes, "So how old do you think I am?" Like he's so trapped in his own. Okay.
No, I know.
Anyways, I gotta kill I have to kill myself.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No.
Could you hurry up?
I know. I have to kill myself.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No.
Could you hurry up?
I know. I don't want to get wet though, but I have this can of gasoline. It's actually full of water.
There's no way you could be any less committed.
Oh,
to
see,
doing
you just killed the tension.
I know.
In a bit. Because everyone really thought.
You remember those monks back in the old days?
Yes.
Like in Vietnam?
He doesn't remember them. They're before his time.
Okay,
right, that's just...
Monks are before his time.
Yeah. He thinks Monk is like Tony Shalhoub. Okay. So, I think people get the idea. Do you think people get the idea yet?
No, I think you're...
You don't want to get shocked.
Oh, my mic.
You're actually going to kill yourself.
Yeah, I'm going to kill myself now. What, just pull it? Come on, Gilbert, you gotta...
Yes, yeah. What am I supposed to do?
Gilbert and I both got fired from Saturday Night Live. I think it's pretty clear now why. I can play along, right? Look, this is my mic. I'm using it as a mic. Okay.
I was fired from Thick of the Night, too. That's when you really... when you hit rock bottom. Not good enough for Thick of the Night.
I'm now going to douse myself in gasoline.
Oh, Christ.
Is it coming out?
No. Oh, all right.
Okay. Now, do you have a lighter, Adamiga?
Yeah, I got a lighter.
Okay. Do you have a line, Gilbert?
No. I pretty much give up.
No, Gilbert.
What was the line? You told me. You told me before the show what the line was. Tell me what the line is. I'll say it.
Gilbert, you need to say no, Norm.
Not yet.
Too important.
Okay.
Okay, wait, not yet.
Okay. Pour more water on yourself.
God damn it all. Okay, I'm so.
There's no way this would light. You need more gasoline.
No, I forgot my line.
Okay, just light it.
Go ahead. Pour some more water on.
Grant, come on, man.
Say no. He's too important.
Light me.
There's clearly not enough gasoline.
Light it though. Seriously.
No. I fucked up the line again. Pour more water on yourself.
Come on, Grant.
I mean gasoline.
He's too important, Gilbert. Say no, Norm. He's too important.
Gilbert, Jesus.
Gilbert Jesus.
I think this is what.
Gilbert Jesus. Everyone free.
Holy gasoline! Will this be Norm's last laugh? Will the dynamic duo go up in smoke? Who will eat this plate of sandwiches? Tune in next week for the shocking answers. Same bat time, same bat channel. One hint, the most horrendous is yet to come.
If you enjoyed the show tonight, why not tell a friend, huh? Make sure to subscribe below.
Good evening, I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not even halfway through the show. As you may recall, I was the original anchor on Weekend Update. It was back a long time ago. I mean, I was back when the only person in Betty Ford was Jerry. You know, really never anticipated that I would be forever known as the guy who did Update the best ever in the world.
Wait a second, babe. You only did one season. I did 6. I mean, you might have knocked her up, but I married her. I spent more time behind this desk than Kubrick did in the edit bay, spanking at the dailies from Eyes Wide Shut.
Hey guys, man. I was just sitting at home watching the TV there.
Yeah.
And like, is there something going on here tonight?
Norm, it's the 25th anniversary. Didn't you get the invitation?
Oh yeah, the invitation. Yes, I got it. I got it in the mail. It was the one where they invited me. I got to go to this party. There's a huge party over at Eddie Murphy's. And it's supposed to be pretty cool. He's making fun of the show. So,
oh, that's great, Norm. Which show, yours or this one?
No, this one.
Anyway, we're here to introduce some update features. So let's take a look back, won't you? The funny thing, I really only created Weekend Update so I could work without wearing my pants.
My phone. But I'll tell you, man, you got, especially when elections are around, you got to have a lot of, and you're a comedian, they expect you to know things nowadays. You know what I mean? It didn't used to be like that. Like during the Vietnam War, they wouldn't go, wonder what Red Skeleton thinks on this. But nowadays, like I've heard, they go, a comedian is the modern day philosopher, you know? Which, first of all, it always makes me feel sad for the actual modern day philosophers who exist, you know? They're working, trying to come up with their philosophy, you know, and they go, God damn, you ever hear of this nightclub comic? He's doing some very good work on tautologism, or what the hell you say.
I hate fake humility. The idea of like somebody being good for the cause or the resistance or whatever. First of all, that's meaningless. The fucking, you know, you got to go back and look at all that Norm MacDonald shit. You know that interview Norm MacDonald did where he was like, oh yeah, everybody thought Hitler was hilarious prior to him running to power, you know, or like getting into power. There was comics about him and everyone thought he was a big joke. And then he did the Holocaust. So there goes your notion of comedy being powerful.
Yeah. That's like, the one where he's like, Norm rules. If you tell me one, right. If you tell me one socially relevant joke that's funny, I'll give you $1 million.
Norm fucking rocks.
And they're like, what about all this identity-based comedy like Aziz and Amy Schumer? He's like, yeah, everyone expects comedians to be modern-day philosophers, which I think is really insulting to modern-day philosophers.
People go to school, study philosophy.
He's like, you're not a philosopher because you try to fuck waitresses.
I know, man. Norm
so
fucking
good.
rocks.
He's the best.
Is it really my fault? 'Cause you try to hit me with your pity till I can't trust, but I still push on. Got me changing my ways, trying to fit poison my.
There was a thing I read about Woody Allen, and he went on the stage, and a lot of the people did much better than him, and he was upset, and his manager said, no, it's what you leave on the stage. That was his remark upon Woody Allen. And so I always thought, well, a guy like Andrew Dice Clay would destroy, you know, and have me hitting the wall, as you say, but then afterwards, maybe you'd feel a little queasy. Whereas you kill, and then you leave something nice on the stage. You know, it's one thing to make people laugh, it's another to make people smile.
Wow.
I thought of two things. The first thing I thought of was I might owe Drew Michaels an apology because he made a special with no audience, and I hated it. Because I looked at it like a swimming meet with no water, or like like that's the whole thing. But this was very endearing. It was amazing. This there's no question.
Yeah.
I also forget how poetic he is.
Yeah.
You know, with Norm, I didn't know him that well in the 90s. And then when my dad died, I had to do a movie with Norm. And I tried everything to get out of that movie because I was inconsolable. And I couldn't get out of it. And working with him was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. It was like he was the right guy at the right time. I was inconsolable.
Did he talk to you about your dad a lot? Or what did he do?
Never came up. He just made me laugh.
Yeah, right.
He just, you know, and it was, you know, wistful and musing. And you know, Norm is, you never knew he was setting something up or not. We were just hanging out, and all of a sudden it'd be like this punchline out of nowhere. But it started to become like a work was like a church I go to. Like I couldn't wait to get to work and just hang around this guy. And I knew he was special.
Yeah.
And I've known people for years and years that didn't make me laugh as much as he did in that 8 or 10 weeks. So he's like a real special person to me. And the way he's funny, I just never seen someone get at it like that. And I feel like he landed the trick.
Yeah,
His timing is like a drummer's. It's like a jazz drummer.
But what would the timing have been with an audience? Still perfect?
I can't tell, you know. He's so nice with it. I feel like it looked like it was supposed to be that. I can't, it's hard to explain it.
This is like listening to a good book on tape.
Yeah, it's really...
Yeah, that's good.
It reminds me of what I liked about him. He's a soothing person to be around.
Yeah, gentle.
There's something about... My favorite comedy is counterintuitive, makes people feel safe, like everything's gonna be all right. This guy was, in a weird way, reconciling his mortality hilariously in front of us. And ironically, he's no longer with us. We're sitting in the aftermath of the life of Norm MacDonald, watching like him be incredibly alive.
How would those have registered in front of a live audience, do you think?
Not one of the suckers' mother's tits would kill.
Oh, well, that would have murdered. He had a bunch of things that would have murdered.
Because, when he smiled, I could picture him as a child.
Oh yeah.
Is he was my senior, but he's got a boyish charm. When he laughs at his own jokes.
Him laughing is amazing.
There's something just joyful about watching it.
Stay safe, folks. I love you. I would drop the mic, but I paid for it.
That was sweet, man.
Holy shit.
Tearjerker ending. Fuck.
Yep.
Norm used to say the same thing to me every time, and it made me laugh every single time he'd see me. He'd walk up and he'd go, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. You're on a show. And it's a big show, but don't tell me, don't tell me. And your last name's Collier. Hold on, don't tell me, don't tell me. It's a show, and you're on with some kids, and that's it. That's all I got. Your name's Collier, right? Every time he would say the same thing to me, and it made me laugh because I know I'd seen Norm coming, and I'd go, here he goes. He said, don't tell me. And as soon as he said, don't tell me, I just couldn't stop laughing.
I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything in the past. I'm scared of letting
You know him as Super Dave Osborne, but we've been brothers our whole lives. People don't realize our last name is actually Einstein. So Dave Einstein, Bob Einstein, you're Dave, I'm all right. Bob, what are your memories of Dad and the radio show? Because Mom didn't think it was funny, and
Our father was a wonderful man. He was the first man that I ever saw actually going to work with banana peels actually in his slippers. It was a wonderful, wonderful trick. I tried it years later. It never worked for me. That was the brilliance of our father.
You kept falling down.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, it was just
He
one
could
of those,
ride a bike with the bananas in his slippers.
He could do anything with bananas, and that was what our mother loved about him.
I always thought it was the cheese. I thought she loved the cheese.
Well, she did. She loved cheese. She loved bananas. She loved cheese on bananas, and I think that is one of those moments that I really don't want to touch. That's really, I think, between our parents.
You're probably right.
Hey, what about this? Super Dave has been on the phone with me.
Super Dave
backstage.
Osborne?
The great Super Dave Osborne.
Yes.
And he's been on the phone while I'm trying to get ready to come out here.
Yes,
he keeps phoning me.
That's what he does.
And he goes, this is what you do. You walk out
You're wearing a pompadour. Because you just look at Jimmy. You don't say a thing for 5 minutes.
This is why we never invite him back anymore.
He says, let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1 yard line. You have the choice. You can hand it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell. Then you got Kirstie Alley in the hole and Wendy O. Williams behind her. Wendy O. Williams is the...
Wendy O. Williams? He's a punk singer or something, right?
No, I think he meant Wendy Williams, but he said,
Wendy O. Williams is the lone second.
Yeah, I think he was a little confused. Sorry about that. And with the Pope in New York City, some of the New York City's greediest and most heartless con men are getting rich selling fake tickets to the Mass in Central Park. Don't I know it? Look at all... Look here. Look at all this. Oh, yeah. And in Polk City, Florida, a man had his stolen car returned, but the cremated remains of his father, I say the cremated remains of his father, are still missing. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. That's... A Minnesota man is being sued by a woman who claims that he promised to marry her, but called off to the wedding after he convinced her brother to give him a kidney. Don't I know it? A study says that pot use in high school is up sharply. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. Oh. I'm joking. And, I don't really sell drugs to children. And now... People magazine, Johnny Depp, sexiest man alive, huh? Hey, listen, I don't care what you think of this guy. He's a hunk. You know that. I know that.
Yeah, sure. We can say that.
Let's not kid ourselves. Now, apparently he's taking advantage of this Do I need this anymore?
No, you've established. It's real. People know about it.
Yeah. So he's a... Look at that guy, man. Good Lord, I'd like to... Whatever. But I'll tell you this about the new movie he's doing, Pirates of the Caribbean 3, he'll be doing full frontal nudity to...
Is that true?
Yeah, it's rated R!
Oh my God! What the hell was that?
Is it really my fault? 'Cause you try to hit me with your pity till I can't trust, but I still push on. Got me changing my ways, trying to fix it.
When I was young, there was a fella went by the name of Jacques de Gautier. And he was from Témiscamingue, Quebec. And Jacques de Gautier, he was a fella that really thought. And he was smart, you know. He was our hope, I guess. And he was, while I was scrambling to get out of high school, Jacques Zagatino had already...
I think you just changed his last name.
Well, you know, a man grows.
I really like, because on one of the episodes, it's really funny. We're loving it, and he finishes the story, and it ends with this terrible pun, the porpoise pun. Remember that?
But this is the point.
Yeah.
Jacques de Gatineau, he went to McGill University and he got 3 degrees, by golly. And he went over across the pond to the fellers with Cambridge, and he even stood up to them. And we thought, boy, he's going to be the next. We had Jean Marchand, Gérald Tertier, Pierre Trudeau, the 3 wise men of Quebec. By God, Jacques de Gatineau was going to be the next.
Give me the next gun.
Yeah, but he vanished. And I met him, I started to do stand-up and travel from here to there and to here again. And one time I was in Niagara Falls, and gosh, I went over to the SeaWorld there. You know how they have the SeaWorld? You know, with the different fish. You know.
I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah. Yes.
Beluga.
The SeaWorld. I've been there many a time.
Okay, so I was checking out the beluga whales and stuff, and I look over, and who do you think I see?
I hope it's that guy.
No, it was just an attendant, but he showed me to the place I wanted to see, which is where they feed the little baby dolphins, because I love dolphins, you know. And who do I see there but Jacques de Gatineau? And here he is, he's feeding the baby dolphins. And I go up to him and I go, Jacques de Gatineau, I feel shame for you. You were our hope. You were to go to Canada, Canada's nation's capital of Ottawa. And you were to be a great man, Jacques de Gatineau. And we were all, we pinned all of Témiscamingue, Quebec, pinned our hopes on you. Now, that's a hell of a burden for a man to have a town's hope pinned on them, isn't it, Conan?
It is a big burden.
So he was feeding these baby dolphins, and I said, I'm ashamed of you, Jacques de Gatineau. You could have done so many great things. And he said, I think I'm serving a youthful porpoise. Now, I believe that...
Still, it's this long story that ends with a pun. Instead of I'm serving a useful purpose, he says I'm serving a youthful porpoise, and it's this long joke that gets to just that pun, and I'm loving it. We're both loving it, but also we can't believe this is where the story has gone.
Yeah.
is to this pun. So he springs the trap, and the crowd starts to applaud, and I start to tell the crowd, no. You can't applaud.
Yeah.
What he's just done right now is criminal.
He's taking time from all of us.
He is criminal. He can't be allowed to get away with this.
No!
I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
You don't encourage that.
It's like...
That was a 40-minute story.
It's like somebody...
Youthful porpoise?
Youthful porpoise.
Yes.
Not porpoise.
I don't know. Good God.
I know. That was way out of line.
No, that was way out of... Who are you to criticize Oscar Pistorius?
And then, Andy, you say, what you just did, Norm, is you stopped us on the street, took us for a 2-mile walk in the woods to show us a turd. and Norm is laughing so hard, I think he gets down on his knees and is like clapping.
Somebody saying, I got to show you something. They take on a 4-mile hike to show you a dog turd. Look at it. Okay.
And I realized that the ultimate joy of this man, to me, is he is a mischievous kid at heart. Mm-hmm. There's all this intellect, and there's all of this integrity, and there's all the things that we've talked about, word choice, and his way of being able to, and I do believe, like a modernist, painter, completely blow up the form and take it inside out. I think all those things are true, but at the core, there is a mischievous child who knows that he's going to sit in the update desk at SNL and he's going to stare right in the camera and tell a joke that he knows for a fact is going to get nothing and will enrage the president of NBC and cost him his job. And he is like a kid in a candy store. And to me, that's, I mean, God bless.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, there's your reel for CBS. We're getting this right to Les Moonves.
I gotta have him.
You want to see that every night, Les? This guy's got this.
More Quebecois humor.
I love you. I really do.
Why is there an app for everything except how to rape a baby?
Jesus. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix. One of the most popular documentaries on Netflix is Jiro
Dreams of Sushi?
Jiro Dreams of Sushi.
I've seen that. It's very good.
That's a fantastic documentary. One of the least popular documentaries, Jiro Nightmares of Acid Rain.
Oh, yeah.
That
unwatchable.
I liked it. The DVD commentary.
This is not topical. It's just about. It's as if it's about your life. You know.
How come none of my friends ever have a dungeon? Instead, they all just have rape dungeons. So it's not a regular dungeon. Is what you're saying.
Dungeon.
Thanks for again. It's the bus. I've never been thrown under an entire Trailways fleet.
Why did the moron throw the clock out the window? Why? Because it reminded him of Richard Clock, the man convicted of knife raping his wife. Good God Almighty! Jesus.
Used to be all right.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that one was coming.
Wait, I have a question. So you guys are two very funny females, but when you post videos on the internet, sometimes being a female is a little bit different than if I was to post a video on the internet. What's that like for you two?
Sometimes. We've been called certain things
many times. How do you deal with that stuff?
I think I'm numb to it now. We've been called everything so many times. I can't even.
In the beginning, it was like,
anymore.
oh my God, I can't believe this. We should just stop doing this. And then now we just don't read the comments and keep doing it.
Yeah, I think that's the right way to do it.
I think the last comment I read
Are you guys talking about Barfy Man 362?
Exactly.
Is that you?
No, that's that motherfucker. I don't even want to give him attention, but, listen, saying those kind of things about me.
Talk to him right now. Talk to Barf.
Listen, Barfy Man 362.
All right.
No, you cannot rape my mother with a knife.
Now it's official.
Yeah, that's the kind of comment we didn't want to read anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of sandwich makers. Bitches, go make me a sandwich.
Those ones bother me less than the knife.
Oh yeah, the raping ones are worse.
Yeah, you don't want to be raped with a knife.
I'll gladly make a sandwich.
I would much rather be raped with something else.
Yeah.
I had a black guy open for me, and I got him into the hotel.
No way.
Nice guy, Vince Champ. His name was Vince Champ.
No.
I don't know whatever happened to that fella. But a nice man.
Arrested for rape.
He knows, and he's not making fun of rape.
It's like that comedian that would rape people at comedy club. No, in colleges.
Yes, Vince Champ.
They always said his great gimmick was that people would think who did it, and they never, because he'd go on to another town and another college, but when people say, what about the comic?
Yeah. Maybe the worst gimmick a comic ever had.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I was a broken apart by you.
Michelle Greffy.
Yeah, you got a bad review in the paper by Michelle Greffy. She hates you.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
But the New York Times loves me. But Michelle Greffy hates me.
What's something Michelle said?
She says, all the charm of a date rapist. But a date rapist has to have charm, right? That's true. A date rapist has to have a lot of charm, right?
I would imagine so.
Real rapists don't. But date rapists,
they have to have enough charm to get you on a date.
they gotta get you on a date, exactly. He took your punchline. Sometimes you'd see guys, like I knew this guy, I don't know if have you ever met a guy who's like, you don't even understand it, but just gets women all the time, and it's like very mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, but like I know this one guy literally got a different woman every night. I'm not even exaggerating. I asked him what his secret was. He said he was a serial rapist.
So for him, it was just
I don't think that counts.
perfect.
So this one was a doozy. And as Josh Lacash points out, he does it exactly like a Norm MacDonald joke. 2-1. I saw Ian Miles Chong tweets out, he goes, he's not coming back from this, is he?
The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media it went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
You know the Norm MacDonald joke, too, I think that harkens back to? He's there with Russell Brand, and he said, I got a story. It's about I was with a hooker, as a stripper or whatever. And I go back to her place, and she says, I have a boyfriend. I said, all right, well, let's not stay there. We'll go to a different place. Because her boyfriend is, well, I'm not going to say what color he was, but it's a terrifying color.
And she says, let's go have sex.
Lovely. Best possible outcome.
Yeah. So I say, fine and dandy. Now, I'm living with a girl, though. So I say, well, I can't do that.
There.
So what about you? Oh, she's living with a guy.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter what color he is, but...
No, it doesn't.
No. But it was a frightening color.
Really?
He was an Indian.
Well, they're very peaceful folk. I mean, prejudicially.
Yeah, if they're not holding a tomahawk. So... Now, people always wonder if God is a man or a woman or black or white or yellow, but I'm here to tell you that none of this silly stuff matters. He's a white guy, by the way.
Norm MacDonald said he used to, when he would hit on girls, he pretended he was drunk so he could act like an asshole. Because then they can't get mad because you're drunk. So if you do something inappropriate, they're like, well, he's a drunk guy. You got any more stories?
You guys see the Gilbert Gottfried when
I didn't see that documentary. No.
No. When Norm's there's some roast and Norm goes up and he just bombs on purpose.
Yeah.
And he goes, Gilbert Gottfried, if you see during this as a gentleman, go ahead and enter. I get fairly.
He goes, Cloris Leachman. They say she's over the hill, not in the car I saw her driving.
He said it in the roast?
Yeah.
That is a good one.
The whole crowd's like this. It's so funny.
He's bombing and he never cracked. He never cracked.
And he goes, Greg Giraldo. And I was like a hawk. Something like a sparrow. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is for the birds.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then Norton said something like, he goes, watching.
It's so great.
Norton says something like, watching Norm do this is like watching Peter or Henry Fonda pick grapes. And Norm goes, that sounds very interesting. He didn't even fight back on that one when he was insulted.
Oh, God.
No, but you got to have balls to do that, right?
Oh.
To bomb on
Just
TV
commit to it.
in front of everybody.
It's committed.
And like he said, he didn't fucking wink.
Yeah, but where do you think you get that from? Being Canadian?
No, he's just like that. No, Canadians
but
aren't like that.
To bomb on TV?
Yeah.
He was doing it for the other comics. He was doing it for them. He wasn't.
No, but they weren't even laughing because they were the jokes
dying.
were so bad. That was not. They would cut to the comics and they were just looking. I mean, they were laughing, but not like. It was still like an awkward laugh.
I think.
I say you can't teach somebody that.
And then Howard Stern goes the next day. I didn't really think it was that funny. And Artie goes, do you know the balls it took? Howard goes, why does it take balls? And Artie goes, because it is like you wouldn't get it. And he did it anyway. Yeah. Now it's like, no.
It's true. It's true. You got it. Everyone's gonna take it the wrong way.
Yeah, those 9 people in the back of the room that are just side splitting.
Yeah, but even when they
took balls,
even when they cut to other comics, the comics were still like, "What is he doing?" You know, they
insecure.
thought he was setting up something, but he never set up anything. There was no punchline.
He just hit him with zinger
He
after
just kept
zinger.
doing like bad. It was something that you would write.
Susie Essman thinks she's a says she's a vegetarian. I don't know if when I see her tonight, she's full of baloney.
I mean, you can't. You got to be born with that. You can't do that. Nobody can do that.
No, Norm is the only one who
You
can do can't
have balls like
Norm's
that.
the
People
only
said-
guy that could make it that funny, too.
Yeah, people said Letterman had balls. Letterman didn't have any balls
No.
compared. I mean, to do it on TV, he would like take chances,
Yeah.
but that's in a studio.
No.
This is bombing in front of your peers, and
literally strutted up there like he had all the fucking holding all the cards. And that he
Like-
committed to, just like I got this fucking his joke like he's on a 1971 fucking
And no
roast.
cards or anything. Just
no, because you think he's
Imagine
setting
over the
something
hill,
up. You think he's setting up
Cloris
some
Leachman.
big
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Says she's over the hill. Not in the car I saw her driving.
They weren't even good puns. I mean, they were good
Genius.
puns in the
It's
the
just sense
of like
genius. It's
how
just-
when you
can't
go,
touch
what
it.
am I gonna? How do you write a bad pun? It's not
But
that
how about
simple.
the fact that instead of just going, he's for the birds, he goes, this, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is for the birds.
He throws up like 3 types of birds. Like, he takes his
But he
time.
goes, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
like, I finally figured out what the fucking problem. It was so.
Who was that for Geraldo?
Yeah.
Were you there?
No.
You just
I
saw
watch
it.
it and I go, holy fuck. I knew immediately because I know him. He does that shit, he's so funny.
No, but Bob has a beautiful face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. No offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower. No, there are times when Bob has something on his mind when he wears a hat. But no thoughts at all, just a hat. Bob, you have a lot of well-wishers here tonight, and a lot of them would like to throw you down one, a well. They want to murder you in a well. Seems a little harsh, but apparently they want to murder you in a well. It says here on this card. And Bob is not very worldly. He thinks the English Channel is a British TV station and not a body of water separating England and France. And Bob isn't the biggest sports fan. I don't think I'm telling any tales out of school. I took him to a ball game, and he came toting a double-barreled shotgun. You remember that? I said, "What the H is that for?" Bob said, "I heard the Lions were playing the Tigers." You remember that?
Yeah.
NORM MACDONALD, God bless you. Watching your set was like watching Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
Why, I don't think there's a person in here that would not love to watch Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
Yeah. Like his other thing that he does is he'll just fucking flip it on you. He does it all the time. It's so funny. We'll be like, "What? You're saying you want you're homophobic?" He's like, "No, I was saying this guy's homophobic." What? You have a problem with, like, you just twist me, and it's great with like politically correct type people. 'Cause
Yeah.
he flips it on them.
No, he did that to me when I worked on a sports show.
Oh yeah, you know him well. Yeah.
I gave him a ride. Then I was staying at Neil's house. Then they're like 2 blocks away in Santa Monica. So Norm goes, "It's Friday night. We have off Saturday." Norm goes, "You want to come up?" I go, "No." I go, because I think he's tricking me. Because if I say yeah, then I'm gay.
Yeah.
So I go, "No, I don't want to come up." So I go up. He eventually talks me into going up. It's awkward. So then I leave. Then when we go back to work, he goes, "Yeah." Then Brennan drops me off. He goes, "Can I come up?" I'm like, "What do you want to come up for?" He goes, "I want to see. I want to see your apartment." I go, "The guy must be queer." Like he goes to the whole thing. He's like the boss. He's my boss, so I have to let him tell the story. You know? I can't interrupt him.
So funny. Yeah.
No, it's classic. I didn't know that was one of his
he's
classic
great
maneuvers.
at that kind of stuff.
You say you're homophobic.
No, he'll do it with anybody. I mean, you know. we went shopping one time when we were doing the movie in Boston, and then the guy's like, he goes, I need to buy jeans. He just walks in, just announces, I need to buy jeans. Like, it's a store full of jeans, but he acts like, you know, it's a fucking, whatever the jean store is. Yeah. And he acts like, I need jeans. And then the guy's like, well, sure. What size do you like? He goes, and so-and-so. And he goes, all right, just go in the back of the booth. What? Go back there and you want me to take my pants off? Look at this guy. And he starts telling all the other customers, this guy just told me to go in the back and take my pants off. I just came here to buy clothes. This guy wants me to go in the back and just take your pants off. I'm in my underwear.
Was he was saying that with somebody there with him, or was just?
I was with him.
Oh,
I mean, the whole store's laughing, but it's like,
oh my
what?
God.
He just causes a fucking ruckus.
That's classic.
Do you know that you are a cis male? Have you ever heard of that term?
A cis male?
Cis male. C-Y-S-M-A-L-E. So what it means is that you are a man. You're born a man.
Well, as far as you know.
As far as I know. And you identify yourself as a man.
Yes.
That's a cis male.
Now, I don't understand. Where does that... Is this a new phrase?
Yes, it's a way of marginalizing a normal person. Some people really dislike that term cis male because a cis male, as you explained, is a male who identifies himself as a male, and they say, well, that's you shouldn't marginalize a person.
You need to be marginalized.
Is that
you
part
need
of
to,
it?
yeah. You need to be marginalized. It's a way to
marginalized?
identify somebody who was basically, born, lives, and it's the same sex.
So you're a cis male.
What does a cis male mean?
This other person's a trans. So you're equal. She's a man that thinks she's a woman. You're a man that thinks you're a man. It's completely
so everyone's.
equal.
It's all fluid.
Yes, everyone is self-identifying.
Yes.
I am firmly on the side of womanhood now, but I am not a woman, nor will I ever be. 3 sentences later. I use the women's restroom because I am a woman. I changed my gender on my birth certificate to female because I am a woman. So there's a little confusion there, right?
Not for me. What's wrong with that?
Well, here it says, I am not a woman. When I was a kid, my dad would tell me that this man was a gold medal decathlete. Why, the greatest athlete in the world. And now I have to tell my kid that this man is a man. What the H? A guy told me that, I don't know if you've heard this, Bruce Jenner is going to go back maybe to being a man. Yeah. Did you hear that? That's an odd thing. Because I remember him, of course, as a woman. So it's hard for me to picture what he'd even look like as a man. I remember, because I'm from Canada, so I remember he was in the 72 Olympics, and he won the decathlon, which is the best athlete in the world, was a woman. And we didn't know at the time because he kept it secret. But I remember they put the gold medal around his fucking big juicy tits. And that to me is when he should have just gone, I'm a lady, and then that would have been good for the LGBTG. The community, the community. I don't know if you've been over and seen them and shit, but it's a nice community. And it would have been good. All the LGBTBL. I try to be inclusive of all the letters in the alphabet. But, then he waited. That's the problem. He waited till he was 65. That's when Bruce Jenner decided to tell us he was a lady. Now, I don't know about you guys, but to me, is there really that much difference between a 65-year-old
At some point, you got to realize you're just some old thing nobody wants to fuck.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
All right, a Las Vegas woman was arrested after hiding a stolen Rolex in her vagina. Well, now Bruce Jenner's just gone too far.
I don't understand it.
A Brazilian teenager suing Michael Jackson for running him over with his van displayed his scars for a photographer this week. Jackson said through a spokesman that the suit was baseless, but he'd like to see more photos. Well, there may be trouble in paradise. Lisa Marie Presley confirmed this week that she and Michael Jackson live in separate residences 50 miles away from each other. Lisa Marie was quoted as saying, "I guess being married to a homosexual pedophile wasn't such a great idea after all." Hey, Lisa Marie Presley said that she and Michael are still together and happy this week. She also made a revelation that she is actually a 9-year-old boy. While in the hospital, Michael Jackson had his room specially decorated with 2 huge photos of Shirley Temple. But don't get the wrong idea here. Michael Jackson is a homosexual pedophile. The nation is still reeling from Thursday's bombshell announcement that Lisa Marie Presley has filed for divorce from Michael Jackson. According to friends, the two were never a good match. She's more of a stay-at-home type, and he's more of a homosexual pedophile. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? And yes, it is true, Michael Jackson is going to be a father. Already he has hired an entire staff of nannies, nurses, and extra bodyguards, which hopefully will protect the child from Michael Jackson. The New York Post has reported that Michael Jackson wants his closest friend in the world, Elizabeth Taylor, to be the godmother of his child. However, those close to the pair worry that this could eventually lead to heated arguments over whether the child will be molested or eaten. And according to his dad, the 3-day-old boy is a regular chip off the old block. In fact, he's already molested a 1-day-old boy. This week, a London tabloid published the first exclusive pictures of Michael Jackson's baby, secretly taken by a guest at the King of Pop's Neverland Ranch. Upon seeing the pictures, Michael said, "This is not my baby." Then quickly added, "I'm not saying he isn't hot. He's hot. It's just not my kid. I'm not saying he's a very sexy infant. It's just not mine. I would love to have sex with him. He's just not my child, is all I'm saying." In next week's Life magazine, pop star Michael Jackson appears in a pictorial with his infant son. The photos show Jackson changing, feeding, and cradling the baby boy in what Jackson himself promises will be Life magazine's sexiest issue ever.
Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, "I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy." going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon.
Really?
Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it. That's what he said.
Yeah. I mean, even like you say, your unwanted WNT allegations against Michael Jackson. There had to be kids that were like, well, "This is pretty cool."
Yeah.
This is not some old priest. And I was doing a bunch of jokes about Michael Jackson, and he said, "Norm, you don't want to get sued by Michael Jackson." And secretly, I did. I didn't tell Lauren. But I thought, how fucking cool would that be? I'm in court, and there's Michael Jackson on the other side.
Yeah.
It's Michael Jackson against Norm. That has to help my profile. And we're going to read jokes. We read jokes.
I thought you were going to talk about this thing.
We're going to talk about the man. What about the man great?
Is that like a genital cleanser?
No! No, my God. What is the man great, you ask?
Okay.
Huh?
Fine, I didn't, but...
You didn't ask. It is 100% made in America. Cast iron grilling grates.
Iron. You don't pronounce it iron.
That's what everybody tells me.
It's the iron horse. Like Lou Gehrig was the iron horse of baseball.
Yes.
The word I-R-O-N is iron. No, iron.
Cast iron.
Iron?
Cast iron grilling grates that are
kidding when you say iron?
You know what? Don't be like fucking Larry King. That motherfucker, I say iron and he's up my asshole for fucking 4 days.
It should be iron. That's what makes English the world's toughest language.
Yeah?
You know, right? Sure.
It is the
Because
toughest language.
to
To me,
learn.
it's the easiest. Man great. Great. Have you heard of the man great?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Where'd you hear about it?
On Adam Carolla's podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that? Do you have a father? Man great is the perfect gift for this Father's Day. Is he alive?
Yeah.
Yeah. 100% made in America. If he was dead, it would have been a really bad moment in the commercial. Your dad's alive?
No.
Fuck. God damn it. I'm sorry about your dad.
That's fine.
Your father's dead. But you have children. You are a father.
Yes, and I'm not dead.
Yes.
Maybe you'll give me one and
I'll give you one. Is your mom still alive?
My mom?
Yeah.
No, she's dead.
Jesus Christ, is any of your relatives fucking alive? It's man great. They are revolutionizing the way people grill. What, Adam Egan? It's true. You haven't heard of the revolution? You can put chicken on this or steak. That's not that unique. It has heavy duty grilling grates. Why are you laughing? You think the grilling grates are flimsy?
These are very heavy.
Yes, no, but that's part of the charm. It weighs a lot of pounds.
Is that heavy?
Yeah. Listen, man, what was that fucking Vegas story?
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
What is in that?
Again. It's revolutionizing the way people grill.
Jesus.
What?
I thought it was like a... All right.
You want to hear what it has?
Yeah.
It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Listen. No more dry meat. What do you think of that?
Good. You want your meat juicy.
Oh, come on now. Don't make it sound like a fucking fat, plumpy, delicious cock. No more flare-ups. You know, in your barbecues, all those big flare-ups. It was named one of 2012's best grilling accessories. There's more fucking facts about the man grate than about Nick. Why are you laughing? You're making a mockery out of the man grate. Chicken, steak, has never tasted so good. Hey, how about this? Each NORM MACDONALD show order comes with a heavy-duty grilling brush.
Jesus.
You don't want to put that on your not dry meat?
Look at that. Those things are dirty.
No.
That's from the iron.
Are you sure?
Yes. Well, it's not from my cock. What? I just went to the bathroom. You say cock so much.
I'm coming in your butt.
Oh my God. Well, listen, man. Hey,
your mouth is my toilet.
Again. This commercial is like a mini-series. Are you a jingoist? 100% made in America. 100% cast iron. Mangrate.com. Thank you, Andy. That's yours. You just threw your own going away present with contempt to the floor. That was our only sponsor.
Oh, yeah, and you lost.
Yeah, now we found out we lost Mangrate as a sponsor. And then earlier today, I think we were told legally we can't say we lost them as a sponsor even.
Yeah, I think we were still waiting to find out if we were allowed to say that.
But anyways,
fuck
that
it,
was
who cares?
Schwartzen.
We lost them.
That was Nick Schwartzen that fucked it all up.
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seduct so good.
One of your lesser known, but one of my favorite things you've ever done is a commercial you did for the Mangrate.
God. That's an online-only thing, don't you think?
It's got like 100,000, maybe a couple of million views. And I just wanted to know, did they ever come around to your interpretation of their ad and their product?
No, well, what he's referring to is I have this podcast that, I do this podcast, I don't make any money off it. And then they're like, do this commercial. I'm like, fuck, I don't even make any money. And so there was this goddamn thing called a Mangrate. And it weighed like 100 pounds. It was supposed to be some sort of cooking device for steak. And I had to read all this thing. And I couldn't even lift it. And I was like sweating profusely. And talking about what it was. And then, I don't know.
It gets very colorful.
Like what?
It gets very colorful.
It gets very colorful. Yeah, and I'm not going to say what I said here in a house of worship. But no, they never came around to seeing the...
that sponsorship ended.
That sponsorship ended without amicability.
Meanwhile, O.J. himself may have some explaining to do. For months, he has denied hiding financial assets, including valuable sports mementos, from the Brown and Goldman families. But earlier today, Simpson pal A.C. Cowlings was stopped as he tried to leave the country. In the backseat of his Bronco, police found O.J.'s Heisman Trophy, disguised with a tiny fake beard. More bad news for O.J. Simpson. This week, a Los Angeles court ordered him to turn over his Heisman Trophy to the Goldman family. In addition, the same court may order Simpson to surrender a coffee mug inscribed, "World's Greatest Husband." More followed from the recent conviction of British au pair Louise Woodward on murder charges. This week, her attorney Barry Scheck lashed out at the legal system, saying, quote, "What kind of sick society do we live in where an innocent girl is sent to prison, while a double murderer like O.J. Simpson goes free?" Kind of a... In a statement with profound legal implications, the FBI announced this week that for the first time, its experts can now identify an individual with 100% accuracy through his DNA. And really, when you think about it, the timing could not have been better, said former football great O.J. Well, this week, after a Los Angeles restaurant refused to seat him, O.J. Simpson demanded and got $500 in compensation. In addition, the restaurant must now offer separate murderer and non-murderer sections.
Not going to be good, but he was adamant.
Warren finally acquiesced and made the change.
Never understood why he had to go. I would say that was just a really, really bad call.
I think it must have been the OJ joke.
Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. Potential jurors for the O.J. Simpson case were asked to fill out a 75-page jury questionnaire this week. In the entire state of California, only one person got a perfect score. Chow Ming Wu, who after the trial plans to attend Caltech. By the way, you can now purchase a bronze statue of the Juice for only $3,395. And for an even $5,000, you can buy one that Al Cowlings has kissed the ass of. O.J. Simpson's new fitness video was released this week, and hitting the shelves next week, Simpson's newest video, Dorf on Stalking. The crowd is torn. According to retailers, the most popular Halloween mask this year is O.J. Simpson. And the most popular Halloween greeting is, I'll kill you and that guy who's bringing over your glasses, or treat. And the Pope came out with a book this week, which contains a series of essays examining faith and morality in today's secular world and the changing role of the Catholic Church as it approaches the 21st century. The book is entitled, God Himself Told Me That O.J. is Guilty. In other book news, Prince Charles released an autobiography in which he states that he never loved Princess Di and that his father pressured him to marry her. The book is entitled, Of Course O.J. Did It. I mean, come on. In his book, O.J. Simpson says that he would have taken a bullet or stood in front of a train for Nicole. Man, I'm going to tell you, that is some bad luck when the one guy who would have died for you kills you. That's probably... You don't get worse luck than that. And O.J. announced this week that he's coming out with a new book called I Want to Tell You. And if it's successful, O.J. will work on yet another book entitled From Football to Prison, My 25 Years of Showering with Other Men. And finally, in honor of the 50th anniversary of their first publication, Random House will be releasing special commemorative issues of many Dr. Seuss classics. The first to hit the bookshelves will be Green Eggs and Ham and O.J. is Guilty. Judge Ito was interviewed this week by a local TV station in Los Angeles. Asked by the interviewer if it was appropriate for a supposedly impartial judge to be on TV with his case still pending, Ito said, maybe not, but how appropriate is it to kill your ex-wife? It was revealed today that O.J. Simpson told police that Nicole Brown Simpson used to beat him up. He also claimed that she and Ron Goldman killed him. O.J. Simpson's lawyers have decided to skip hearings on DNA evidence and go right to trial. Asked why they did this, the lawyers replied, we want to get O.J. acquitted as speedily as possible so he can get back to doing what he does best, killing people. Well, let's get to O.J. O.J. Simpson's lawyers say they don't want the families of Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman in the courtroom during the trial. They're afraid the presence of the family members will just remind O.J. of how much more killing he still has to do. Well, O.J. Simpson's lawyers stopped feuding this week, finally. The Dream Team, F. Lee Bailey and Robert Shapiro, were able to put aside their differences and express their admiration for each other after O.J. threatened to cut their heads off. According to the National Transportation Safety Board, sleepy truckers are responsible for 1,000 deaths a year. In second place, O.J. Simpson at 2 deaths a year. It was revealed this week that defense lawyer Johnny Cochran once abused his first wife. In his defense, Cochran said, hey, at least I didn't kill her like some people I know. Tomorrow, Judge Lance Ito will take O.J. and the jury on a tour of the now famous crime scene. For the jury, it will be their first look at the actual location. Of course, for O.J., it will be just a case of been there, done that. Judge Lance Ito was happy with the jurors' field trip to the crime scene last week. It went off without a hitch, said Ito. Not one murder. O.J.'s pal Al Cowlings now has a 1-900 number. For $2.99 a minute, Cowlings will tell callers that O.J. is innocent. And for $3.99 a minute, he'll try to do it without laughing. And this week, Simpson defense lawyers questioned witnesses about a half-melted container of ice cream found at the murder site. The Simpson defense has seized upon the ice cream for two reasons. One, it may help fix the time of the murders. And two, it was the only thing in the murder scene without any of O.J.'s blood on it. To illustrate the point that their client is running out of money to defend himself, O.J. Simpson's lawyer said this week that if he had to do it over again, after killing his victims, O.J. would now rob them as well. That one you find troubling? We went. F. Lee Bailey said this week that if the defense only knew what Ron Goldman's last words were, they might be able to find the real killer. You know, if you ask me, Goldman's last words were probably, hey, you're O.J. Simpson. Oh no, O.J. has struck again. How about that? Not a good thing. And in court this week, Cato Kalin testified that O.J. Simpson did not appear angry before or after the period of his wife's murder. But Kalin admitted he could have been a touch edgy while he was actually murdering her. Might have been a... Hertz Rental Car Company announced this week that it will buy 520,000 vehicles, increasing its worldwide fleet 24%. In addition, they will try to find a new spokesman who won't kill his ex-wife. This week at the O.J. Simpson trial, the infamous bloody glove was finally introduced into evidence, and O.J. didn't help his case any by blurting out, "There it is, I've been looking all over for that thing." And a new shocker in the O.J. Simpson trial. This afternoon, Judge Lance Ito dismissed yet another juror, a 45-year-old African-American male, for failing to tell the court that he had once worked for Hertz Rent-A-Car and that he had once held Nicole Brown Simpson's glasses while O.J. killed her. Dismissed Simpson juror Jeanette Harris revealed in interviews this week that the jury is torn by dissension and is already divided into two camps, those who think he is guilty and those who are really, really stupid. A bad week for the prosecution at the O.J. Simpson trial. Under intense cross-examination by defense lawyer Barry Scheck, LAPD crime expert Dennis Fung admitted that he may have contaminated the crime scene when he accidentally dropped a big bucket full of O.J.'s DNA. Our top story tonight this week in the O.J. Simpson trial. After grisly photos of the murdered Nicole Brown Simpson were shown in court, O.J. turned his head away and wept. It was at that moment that he realized he would never be able to kill her again. Well, in a questionable move by the defense team this week, O.J. Simpson demonstrated how to stab two people at the same time. Remember 12 Angry Men, the classic courtroom drama? Well, the first film about the O.J. Simpson case is in the works. It's entitled 9 Angry Black People, 2 Scared Asians, and a White Guy Who Hasn't Spoken Since Rosa Lopez. Testimony during the final week provided some spellbinding moments. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed the murders. Although O.J. may have hurt his case when he suddenly blurted out, "Hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat." Well, the trial of the century is over. Late yesterday, the fate of O.J. Simpson, the most famous murder suspect in United States history, was placed in the hands of the jurors. They must now decide whether to free him or get all their heads cut off. Thanks, I'm Norm MacDonald, and now the fake news. Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. 2 hours after the verdict, LA police had their first solid lead in the hunt for the real killers. A new witness has come forward who saw 3 men fleeing the crime scene the night of the murders. Police have released this sketch and would like to hear from anyone who has seen these 3 individuals. On Tuesday at 1:15, the moment the Simpson verdict was delivered, Court TV scored its highest ratings ever. An hour later, the channel went out of business. Well, that covers the main developments in the O.J. Simpson case this week, and after all, other important things are going on in the world. Now more O.J. Simpson. When Simpson trial juror Gina Rodborough returned home this week, her little girls were delighted to have her back. And no wonder, she lets them get away with murder. Our top story tonight, following his shocking acquittal 2 weeks ago, O.J. Simpson vowed never to rest until the real killers of Nicole Brown Simpson are brought to justice. And the manhunt continues. After initially vowing never to rest until his wife's killers are brought to justice, O.J. Simpson this week changed his pledge slightly. He now vows to have sex with hot-looking models. Meanwhile, this week, O.J. took girlfriend Paula Barbieri to see the erotic murder mystery Jade. Other moviegoers took the couple's presence in stride, though they did become uncomfortable when O.J. repeatedly shouted out, "You call that a stabbing? Simpson had been discussing marriage with girlfriend Paula Barbieri, but reportedly she has called the wedding off. Her fear was that if they married, she would be brutally murdered, and then someone would try to pin it on O.J. The L.A. District Attorney's Office has given Marcia Clark and Christopher Darden bonuses of over $10,000 for, quote, lengthy hard time duty, unquote, in the O.J. Simpson case. A spokesman for the DA said that the prosecutor's bonuses would have been even higher, except for the fact that they let a killer go free. According to a report out this week, O.J. Simpson is still extremely angry that Robert Shapiro began writing a book while he was defending the football legend. However, Simpson is extremely pleased that he got away with killing his wife and that waiter. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. In a surprise move, O.J. Simpson has offered to give an interview to CNN with, quote, absolutely no ground rules. But interviewers Greta Van Susteren and Roger Cossack have asked for one. Don't kill us. In sworn testimony this week, Paula Barbieri admitted that she had broken up with O.J. Simpson the very night Nicole Brown Simpson was killed. Boy, that had to be a tough day for O.J., huh? First he gets dumped by his girlfriend, then Colombian hitmen kill his wife. Man, that's... You gotta... In an effort to raise money for his enormous legal bills, O.J. Simpson this week began marketing a video which attempts to prove his innocence. Should the tape not sell, Simpson has a backup idea, his very own video of the actual murders themselves. This week on NBC's Dateline, 3 members of the Simpson jury explained their not guilty votes and argued that if Simpson had killed his wife, there should have been blood stains all over his gate, front door, and light switches. Also this week, Simpson friend Al Cowlings released his video, How to Get Blood Stains Off Gates, Front Doors, and Light Switches. In his civil court deposition this week, O.J. Simpson denied under oath that he ever punched, kicked, or slapped his ex-wife, Nicole. Oh, great. As if O.J. isn't busy enough tracking down the real killers. Now he's got to track down the real wife beater, too. This guy is crazy. And in Brentwood, O.J. himself was spotted manning a lemonade stand with his daughter, Sydney. Asked by reporters why sales were so poor, O.J. replied, beats me, and then he went back to cutting lemons with a giant knife. A new development in the O.J. Simpson civil trial this week, according to sworn testimony, Nicole Brown Simpson had told her therapist that she was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson. Asked why he didn't report this earlier, the therapist said, I was afraid of getting beaten by O.J. Simpson. I said getting beaten, and that may have hurt a little. According to a Senate Committee on Violence, Denise Brown has done more to bring attention to the cause of battered women than any other person. Well, almost any other person. Once again, O.J. gets the short shrift. In Los Angeles this week, Lyle and Eric Menendez were found guilty of first-degree murder. So, to review California law, it is killing your wife, legal. Killing your parents, illegal. A shocking new development in the O.J. Simpson case. Late this afternoon, a high-ranking official in the Los Angeles Police Department admitted to Geraldo Rivera that the police did conspire to frame O.J. Simpson for the murders of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. However, they called the conspiracy off when they got to the murder scene and found that O.J. really did do it. While in England, where he spoke at Oxford University, Simpson had defended actor Marlon Brando's criticism of Hollywood Jews. Later, from his island hideaway, Brando sent O.J. a telegram which read, "You're not helping." Arriving back in the U.S. after his week in London, O.J. Simpson was asked by a reporter why he hadn't spent Mother's Day with his children. A visibly annoyed Simpson replied, "Idiot, I didn't spend Mother's Day with my kids because I killed their mother." Well, more O.J. Simpson news. On Friday, the Juice officially endorsed Bill Clinton for president, adding, quote, "I'd like to help him any way I can." To which the president replied, "Well, there is one thing." In Los Angeles this week, the defense suffered a setback in the second O.J. trial. when Simpson was ordered to turn over a secret videotape, which lawyers say contains proof of his guilt. What's on the tape? The first O.J. trial. Finally this week, lawyers in the new O.J. Simpson trial actually found a prospective juror who claims to know nothing about O.J. Simpson, the murders, or the first trial, and who told the court, quote, "I don't even know when it started or ended." Unfortunately, the man had to be disqualified when it was learned that he had been a juror in the first O.J. trial. During a recent interview on 2020, longtime O.J. Simpson friend Robert Kardashian said he now believes Simpson may be guilty, though he did add that had he believed O.J. was guilty at the time, he never would have agreed to hide his bloody clothes and knife. At his civil trial in Los Angeles this week, O.J. Simpson attorneys began their case with an attack on Nicole Brown Simpson's character. Outraged Brown family lawyers responded, quote, "Nicole is a victim. No matter what she did, she certainly did not cut her own throat." To which Simpson's attorneys replied, "On the contrary, that is precisely what we intend to prove." At the Simpson civil trial this week, O.J. and Fred Goldman got into an explosive shouting match. Mr. Goldman bellowed at O.J., "Don't give me that damn look," while O.J. shouted back, "I wasn't even looking at you. You're just mad because I killed your son." Against the Jets last week, Buffalo Bills running back Thurman Thomas broke O.J. Simpson's career rushing record, and the week before, he surpassed Simpson in career touchdowns. Next up for Thomas, an attempt to kill 3 people at once. O.J. Simpson was in a different courtroom this week, attempting to regain custody of his 2 children. In order to prove to the court how much he loves his kids, O.J. pointed out, quote, "Hey, they're still alive, aren't they?" This week in Los Angeles civil court, an FBI expert testified that shoe prints left by the killer exactly matched shoes belonging to O.J. Simpson. In response, O.J. stood up and exclaimed, "Wait a minute, wait a doggone minute, I just figured it out. The real killer is me." According to researchers in Australia, koala bears have fingerprints so close to those of human beings that they could easily be mistaken by police at the scene of a crime. It should be noted, however, that the research was funded by O.J. Simpson. So, our top story tonight comes from the O.J. Simpson civil trial, where this week it was revealed that in his first interview with police, Simpson had refused to take a lie detector test. His reason? It detects lies. This week at the O.J. Simpson civil trial, the focus shifted from the defendant to the alleged character flaws of Nicole Brown Simpson. Attorney for O.J. hammered away at her lifestyle, citing sexual promiscuity, drug use, and the fact that she married a double murderer. Meanwhile, Simpson defense attorney Robert Baker argued that a dark spot in a crime scene photo was a, quote, mystery shoe print, suggesting that there were actually 2 killers. O.J. hopes this will support his theory that he did not act alone. In dramatic testimony this week at a civil trial, O.J. Simpson said he didn't commit suicide only because, quote, "My mother told me you don't go to heaven if you kill yourself." Oddly, his mother did say, quote, "It's okay to kill other people. In a unanimous verdict this week, a Santa Monica jury found O.J. Simpson liable for the wrongful deaths of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman, awarding the plaintiffs damages of $8.5 million. Reacting to the verdict, Simpson insisted that he has nowhere near that amount of money and that his only remaining asset is 30 pairs of Brunei Mali shoes. The announcement of the verdict came toward the end of President Clinton's annual State of the Union address, and to many observers, completely overshadowed the event. Even the president was distracted during his speech, waiting to hear exactly how much it costs to kill your wife. Our top story tonight, this week of the civil trial of O.J. Simpson, the jury, which had earlier found him liable in the deaths of Ron Goldman and Nicole Brown Simpson, this week tacked on an additional $25 million in punitive damages. On hearing the news, Simpson declared, quote, "This is far from over." Asked to clarify that statement, O.J. said, quote, "I'm going to kill more people. What do you think I meant?" The first place in Weekend Update's Most Romantic Valentine contest goes to David Delafera of Kearney, New Jersey. Yesterday, Mr. Delafera, who works as a fireman here in the city, climbed the ladder of a fire truck up to the third-floor office window of his girlfriend, Alexandra. There, with a dozen roses and a wedding ring, he proposed to her in front of all her co-workers. Congratulations, David. And coming in last place for the third year in a row, O.J. Simpson. At a book signing in New York this week, Fred Goldman once again offered to forget the millions owed to him by O.J. Simpson if he would simply admit to the Brentwood murders. A visibly annoyed O.J. responded, "Why in the world would I do that when I have no intention of paying you anyway?" More bad news for O.J. This week, HarperCollins reached an agreement with the Brown family to publish his late wife's diary. Especially troublesome to Simpson is this final entry. "Dear Diary, I have to run now because O.J. is here to murder me." And also the guy who returned my glasses. I think he might murder him, too. Also this week, a California newspaper revealed that O.J. Simpson was awarded custody of his children mainly because a court-ordered psychological test showed that he is a loving father. It should be noted, however, that the same test also showed that he was a loving husband. According to O.J. Simpson's niece, Terry Baker, when O.J.'s mother, Eunice Simpson, first heard about the slaying of Nicole Brown, she exclaimed, "He did it." Reached for comment, O.J. said, "My mom was just guessing. I hadn't even told her yet."
Folks, we're back. I'm here with Norm MacDonald. Now, Norm, you know, you're doing Weekend Update again this year. You got to do a lot of stuff about the news. That's all you got to do is the news.
That's it.
What are we going to be hearing this year?
Well,
anything?
I'm looking forward to the Olympics coming up. You know, that's my, because I love sports. You know, I watch every sport, so the Olympics is my favorite thing. And I don't watch them. Like sometimes in the Olympics they have like lame sports, you know, where they're not real sports. You know, like a lot of times what they'll do is they'll try to combine two sports together. You know, make up a new sport.
Right.
You know? They're fine sports together, but when they mix them up, they make a god-awful mess, you know? And like I saw this one, I remember, it was a guy, he like run a 100-yard dash and then fish. You know the guys? You know,
fish, yeah.
He's fishing in a creek.
So that's not a good one. You don't like that.
No, and you know, all the sports, and you know, they got the great sports and then the bizarre. Like, you ever see that one where they like walk fast? It's the fast walking. It's just a guy walking fast. It's not like a sport. And you know, like that you know, this guy doesn't get a lot of respect around the Olympic Village, you know, from like the sprinters and stuff, you know. You're going, "Hey Fred, good stroll today there, man. That was a briskest stroll. What do you smashed the 20-minute mile? I heard. They said it could never be done." But you know what's weird is that guy gets a gold medal, and meanwhile, like the decathlon champ, he gets a gold medal. You know, that's not fair. Like they shouldn't get the same thing. You get the gold medal, you're the world's greatest athlete, you do 10, and then the other guy walks fast. It's like crazy.
They should have another medal.
Yeah, they should have.
Right.
He should get like they should give that guy like a stick or something. You get a stick, you know?
A nice stick, but a stick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a nice stick. That's for you, buddy. And then you can do all your great endorsement deals there afterwards.
All right. Well, okay. We know about SNL. You got any other deals going? You must have something else cooking. Another iron in the fire.
I finished a book. I just finished a book that's going to be pretty funny, and it's really funny. It's got great pictures in it. And,
Really?
yeah, it's hilarious.
That's
I got
cool.
it here. It's here it is. It's Howard Stern's Miss America. It's the best.
Good book.
There it is. So you can go buy that.
Good for you. Hey, congratulations on that. That's terrific.
That's a great book.
Good for you.
Yep.
All right, can you hang on one sec, Norm? Because this is the part of the show.
Okay, I wanted to just quickly, can I plug a gig?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Rascals next week in New Jersey.
Okay.
And Governors in Long Island. Jackie the Joke Man Martlin will be there.
Oh, that'll be a good
So that's
show.
good.
Check
So
that
go
out.
watch that. I'm going to go see Howard Stern and talk to him on the radio.
Oh, what's going on, man? Anything new?
Just what I told you. I just fucking told you.
So you just here to hang out?
No, I told you word for. You have it on tape. Why are you asking me?
So you're here to talk to Howard?
I'm here to. What did I say? I'm here
Anything
to,
in particular, though?
No. There was an article about Artie.
Oh, in Rolling Stone. Oh, that thing.
Oh, you know about this shit?
Yeah.
You read the Rolling Stone article and you
It's
thought
the
you'd tell us?
fucking weirdest fucking thing I've ever read in my life.
Do you think it's a negative article or do you think it's a positive article?
That's the best article he's ever read about.
They had an age-old debate about this fucking article.
Well, let me ask you something.
This is the only art. Listen, if you read an article about an entertainer, I think this is history. This would not. I have never read an article about an entertainer where the entertainer is described as a liar. You don't see that like if they're doing a piece on fucking Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
Not only is Elizabeth Taylor lie to people. What? You go, what?
But let me ask you
I thought I was reading about a fucking comic. What?
Norm, let me ask you a question. There's a school of thought, which I share,
Yeah.
that, Artie's book is about his
And then
drug-
she goes like, there's other shit where she goes like, he's a fucking guy that's like, kind of like these two dead guys. Andrew Dice Clay, obese, tragic clown. Like, that's a phrase. There's no phrase with obese in it. I've heard tragic clown. She tries to throw that in as if that's the phrase.
Well, I know Artie...
Obese, tragic
And
clown.
then I'm like David Sedaris, which is
Then,
great.
no, all of a sudden she goes, I guess I'll make him a fruit. What the fuck is that? First,
So you didn't like the article?
he knows, because he knows.
Understand it.
What? I didn't like the article.
You didn't like the article?
It's the fucking worst article I've ever read. This ain't no puff piece. Listen, let me tell you about. You know show business.
Yeah.
You got your puff pieces.
Yes.
And then if it's not a puff piece, what is it? Inevitably,
It's a shitty
hatchet
piece.
job.
Yeah, hatchet job, right.
Fucking hatchet job.
But let me ask you something.
This is horror.
You're working up Artie into a sweat, but can I give you the opposite point of view?
He's just funny. I think he's funny.
Norm.
Not that funny. I didn't think it's shit article.
Artie is in Rolling Stone, which is exciting.
Yeah, because they come and they go, hey, man, we like you. Hey, I know these motherfuckers. Hey, we
Artie
like you. I mean, they're obviously not going to go, hey, man, we're going to fucking call you an obese clown. Here, can we take your picture?
Do you ever?
By the way,
did this ever happen to you?
Artie, why do you have a fucking sign saying no photography fucking equipment allowed in my apartment?
The picture was not good in your opinion? Yeah.
No, the picture, I don't know.
Norm.
Norm MacDonald is threatening Seth Simons on the...
What does he say?
So Seth Simons goes, same energy, and he posted a picture of the Joker and Donald Trump, which is like...
Shut.
God,
Oh my God.
You
fucking loser.
And fucking Norm MacDonald wrote, hey, you fucking piece of shit. It's you that's the Joker, a failed stand-up that kills someone who got a TV show. I cannot wait to meet you, and I will.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
That
is awesome. Norm's just like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck.
All right,
Airport SFO. Wait, you want to be on it?
Be on it?
You're on it right now. It's very dark though. You got a lot of hearts though.
I got a lot of hearts.
Yeah. They use it as comments. No one's commenting. Oh wait, I hid chat. That's why. Maybe I just hid chat now. Chat hidden. Oh, I don't want that. Oh yeah, now people are watching.
People are, so this is a live video.
Yeah, they go,
Does
is
it,
that
like,
your girl? No.
Does it cut off at any point?
Hi from Scotland. No, it keeps going. Goes, how you doing, mystery chick? Goes, she's flexible.
Oh, this is awkward.
Are you wheeling at the airport? Who is this lovely gal? What's your name?
Hannah.
This is a Hannah. She's gorgeous. She's not too smart, is she? Oh, that's not nice.
That's not a very nice thing to
It
say.
says, hi, Hannah. I can't, it goes so fast. Marry me, Hannah, says Scoper.
Oh, weird.
Hey, Hannah, says Capscap. Hi, Hannah. It's not Hannah, it's Hannah. Are you hitting on her, says Sam Athen? No. It's not nice to say. Where's Hannah from? Fresno? Zero gravity chair? I don't know. Is that what this is called?
Future chair?
Yeah, we
Future
call it
chair.
a future chair.
We call it the future chair.
Hannah, get away from that creep, says Dim Twit. That's not nice to say. Dom doesn't just take her to the first class lounge. Oh, I'm sorry, there's people sitting in these two chairs. Sorry, man. Hope they come back soon, because...
I know. Otherwise you're going to be the asshole that never let anyone sit down. And
I
then
know.
you just get up and leave.
Everyone hates me in the airport. Oh, it says, Hannah's in a future chair. Is there any future with Hannah? That's funny. Is she a comedian? No, we just met her. Is that a guitar? Yes. That's Josh's guitar. That's a nice table. Okay, now you're just getting idiotic. What does Hannah think of Trump's tax plan? Says M. Trump.
Oh, wow, that's actually a real question.
Big question. Hannah Solo, says Cogs. Hannah looks like a gymnast, says Scout. Tell her to let her hair down, says Medical. We're not like monkeys. Just do whatever you say. Does Hannah like fat guys from Wisconsin? Oh, what does Hannah do for a living?
I teach yoga.
Oh, well, they were right.
And I work at a sports bar.
Oh, people were right about your yoga. Yeah, if you guys didn't hear, she teaches yoga and works at a sports bar. Is she going to work out? No, we're not doing anything.
We're getting on a plane.
Yeah, we're just getting on a plane. Albert says, yoga, I'll be right there. They love the yoga girls.
Apparently.
Yeah, people are going nuts now. Downward dog, honey, that's disgusting. Come on, guys, you're better than that.
This is so weird.
Jeez, man. Yoga Berra.
Oh, that's sad. Too soon.
Yeah, that's too soon, guys. Will she be drinking on the airplane, says Micro?
Not
No.
likely.
A little too early. I think.
Unlikely.
A little too early. Enough of Hannah, Georgia or Alabama. Go Dogs. What's the weirdest yoga student you ever had, Hannah?
What's the weirdest yoga student I've ever had? I have one guy that comes in and he never does anything that the class is doing.
Yeah.
He only stays for 10 minutes and then he leaves. But he does it for this whole studio. He comes
Yeah.
to every class and that's what he does.
And he only
every
goes for
single
10
class.
minutes.
Yeah.
And do you feel like he's just looking at girls, or
No, we're not really sure.
really just an
Yeah.
eccentric? He must have a lot of money because he pays, right?
Well,
He pays for the hour.
This is for a gym yoga class.
Oh, it's free if you belong to the
Yeah,
gym.
it's part of the gym. But he does it
What
with
gym
all
is
the
it?
teachers.
What gym do you work? Well, maybe you don't want to say.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
I should say
you
that.
probably shouldn't say.
Everybody's asking Hannah questions.
Fortune America is patrons, yes.
Oh, now you want to.
Kwai Lane Park, please make your way back.
Where would Hannah go if she could travel through time? What happened to low jump? Low jump. I've hit every comic with the same. And then you laughed in your act.
I can't believe Norm MacDonald here, Baggage Claim the Talk Show. Norm, it's so good to see you. Norm,
yeah,
you and I golfed together. Do you remember that? We golfed together. You came to my office.
That's right, at
Whitsett. At Whitsett, you came all the way up the stairs and you hung out.
I was all tired.
And then the next day,
you had the pilot for the Larry Sanders Show.
Oh, that's right. I was reading for it. Hank. You know, I ran into. Why am I blanking on his name? You know who I'm talking
Jeffrey
about.
Temple.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah.
He kept rubbing in how he got it. So Norm, I'm a huge fan. You know that. But we started out, I guess. Technically, we started out together, didn't we?
That's right.
And now you are really. And I hear you're in the Creature from the Black Lagoon show at Universal. You play the creature on Wednesdays and Fridays. Is that true? Very excited.
Partially. It's a little blown out of proportion.
Are you still Canadian, or did you renounce that after 9/11?
What?
9/11. You remember what happened? That's Norm MacDonald right there. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, no bags yet. I guess I have to talk to him more. So Norm, what you got coming up? You want to promote? You got any gigs out there?
Yeah, I got gigs, man. I got a whole bunch of them, but I can't remember what they are.
Yeah. That's Norm. He's probably almost 50 now, and it doesn't really click like it used to, but he's still funny as all heck. Norm, you know that's bad body language with your arms folded because you're closing yourself out. Hey, relax. You're a good-looking guy. You shouldn't really be ashamed. You know, I saw a bag over there with flowers all over it. Maybe that's your carousel. There were flowers on it, let's be honest. So who are you talking to? That was another comic, was it? Oh, wait. Nothing. Look at that.
We're at the wrong carousel.
Norm, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, Bob. Respect, man.
Back at you.
Here, Adam, do a joke.
All right. A good name for a dog is Syndrome. That then when he tries to attack someone, you can yell "Down, Syndrome."
Don't laugh.
It's not.
I
mean, it's
That's like
it was a little insensitive, I guess.
Some of the 200 Nigerian schoolgirls kidnapped by extremists in Nigeria have been forced to marry their kidnappers. And worse than that, they've been forced to laugh at their husbands' stories even after hearing them for the umpteenth time.
You know something.
Yeah, I know.
It's very hard to make a joke about those girls who are kidnapped. When I hear about those things, that is one of the worst. You know,
and yet you got a big laugh out of yours.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it.
Now, as an old-timey broadcaster, do you have other old-timey broadcaster friends?
Well, they did. You know,
Who would they be like? Tom Snyder, was he a radio
I knew
radio
Tom
guy?
well. Sure. Arthur Godfrey was one of my heroes. Red Barber, the Dodger announcer. Yeah. I lived for radio and then television, and Mike Wallace was a great friend. I love Mike. He did me on 60 Minutes, and it was really great. They were very laudatory. And he said to me, "We were so good to you, I'm going to kill the next three guys we do." Mike was a grand guy. I said, he had dementia at the end. That's funny to you, huh? You know, McDonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to say.
If you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's wise to laugh at someone who had dementia.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing that you said.
He was
you
the best.
Just said.
I loved him.
Mike Wallace was a great guy. He had dementia at the end.
It has heavy-duty grilling grates. Why are you laughing? You think the grilling grates are flimsy?
No.
No, they're heavy-duty grilling grates. They deliver exactly what you need to achieve when you need to achieve that perfect steakhouse flavor. Why are you laughing? You're making a mockery out of the man grate.
I'm pretending I know who Albert Gray is. I didn't.
No, Albert Fish.
Oh.
You're a New Yorker. So anyways, he was a child rapist and cannibal, as I explained.
When he says child
Jesus
rapist, you try not to
Christ.
laugh when he looks at you.
Oh, come on, man. It's not funny.
I know it's not, but I know you want people to laugh.
Fish chose his victims. He only chose victims who were either mentally handicapped. Now, don't laugh at this next part, please.
But you know he wants you to, right?
No. If you laugh at this next part.
Okay. And I'm not
Fish
gonna
chose
drink water.
victims who were either mentally handicapped or African American. Oh, come on. Why would you think that's funny? God damn, Fred. Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the story. But why do you think he did that? What would be the explanation? Why would he only attack? Why would his victims that he chose only be either mentally handicapped or African Americans?
Because people in those days didn't care when those people were vanished.
You're right. Thinking like Albert Fish now.
And prostitutes. That's why they.
That's right.
Prostitutes.
Exactly. Nobody really cares about prostitutes. But you're exactly right. That's why Albert Fish killed only mentally handicapped and African Americans.
What about? Okay.
I thought you'd laugh at African Americans again. That they were.
No, because I know him. I know he'll do something. That's outrageous. How
Well, it's
dare
kind of
you.
outrageous. Hey, for the 9th consecutive year, Nick, JetBlue Airlines ranked first for satisfaction among all North American airlines. But you know what ranked least in satisfaction? 9/11 Airlines. What a terrible name for an airline. It reminds me of that tragedy. Oh, 9/11. Yeah, no. Oh, don't laugh at 9/11
What?
again. 9/11. I tried to tell him not to laugh.
Adam.
I know. I walked through blood and bones in the streets of Manhattan trying to find my brother.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was in northern Canada. Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
You want to hear my impression of the 9/11 call from Johnny Carson?
The 911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why'd you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Were you in New York when the Twin Towers fell?
No, I was in Los Angeles.
Well, either way, it was a national tragedy. It was.
Yeah, I know.
9/11. We're gonna go to hell. One more thing about my impression of you that I just recalled.
What?
I had a chance to meet Johnny Carson because of that impression.
Sudden thought, when did sugar diabetes become plain old diabetes?
How so?
Because Johnny Carson phoned me and he said he loves Larry King and every day he reads the News and Views, which was the impression I did was your News and Views in USA Today. So I had a chance to meet Johnny Carson, which I didn't take.
Why?
He would tell me stories, he could tell me stories about everybody, that existed ever in life in show business. And then I'd have to go, did you ever meet Chris Kattan? I wouldn't have anything to give back.
But he wanted to meet Norm. You missed the.
I should have done it.
You're weird, Norm.
I met guys though. I did an impression of you on Saturday Night Live. Your King's Things, bulletin points, and so I did a parody of that on SNL. And I only had to slightly magnify it. This is News and Views. Here's my 2 cents, gang. If you only see one film the rest of your life, it should be Mickey Blue Eyes. I get a call from Johnny Carson, and he wants to meet with me at his office. So I go to his office, it's just me and him. And he pulls out a whole bunch of USA Today's clips, of your column. And he starts reading them. He goes, here, you take some, I'll take some, we'll read them.
Just in the office?
Yeah, just me and him in the office, both of us doing Larry King impressions. Look at this man compared to Johnny Carson at the time. Look at Johnny Carson. Get a picture of him 7 years before he retired. Long, white hair, white beard.
He didn't have a white beard. Johnny always looks fantastic.
But would you like to hear my impression of Johnny Carson phoning 911 when he had his fatal heart attack?
I would.
Okay. You be the 911 operator.
Okay. What,
Ding,
say
ding.
hello? Hello, 911.
Yeah, hello?
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, this is Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson from television?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, hello, Mr. Carson. Okay. What can I help you with?
I don't know. I feel like there's a yak on my chest.
You did have a lot of yak jokes, didn't you?
Well, have I ever done my Johnny Carson impression for you?
No, you haven't. And I'm sure this young audience would love to see it.
You can play along. You can be the 911 operator. This is Johnny Carson when he was having his heart attack. You be the 911 operator.
Yeah, okay.
Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. This is Johnny Carson.
Oh, Mr. Carson, how can I help you?
I feel like there's a yak on my chest. Do you want to hear my impression of the
That's going to be you if you don't lose weight.
Do you want to hear my impression of the 911 call from Johnny Carson?
911 call.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. But 9/11 was a national tragedy.
Yes, it was.
Why'd you laugh at that?
You said it.
Johnny Carson died at 80 years old.
Okay, Johnny Carson died at 80 years old. Would you like to hear my impression? Would you like to hear my impression of Johnny Carson?
Call.
Johnny Carson's 911 call. Because he called while he was having a heart attack.
No.
Would you like to hear my impression? Okay, you be the 911 operator.
Hello, operator Mary.
Yes.
What is your 911 emergency?
I feel like there's a yak on my chest.
Hi-oh!
We would like to thank Andy Dick for being on the show, and to end the show, Andy Dick will be reading a joke, and then the show's over. Good night, everybody. Andy?
Purple socks.
Oh, can I do a Karnak?
I was trying to.
Can I do a Karnak?
Yeah.
Told me that we should go our separate ways, but now your life without.
That's what I was trying.
Now, do you know how to be Ed McMahon during this?
Well, you have to read.
Okay. Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
And you read.
No, then you have to say Mount Baldy.
Mount Baldy. Mount Baldy.
Yeah, Mount Baldy. What did Yul Brynner's wife do on their wedding night?
I was going to say I really liked him right away. I just saw him, I felt like I understood him a different way, and I felt like deep down he was actually very, very shy, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Right, don't you
very
think?
Shy. And sweet.
And so sweet,
Yeah.
so sensitive. And I was saying, so when you lost your dad, Dave, and you were talking about that, I'm sure he really was like wanting to make you feel so good and so sweet and thoughtful, and probably thought deeply about that's how he would approach it. Oh, I was going to say before, I think in the last, 13, 14 years, he got, you know, as you said, Conan, he was reading 4 or 5 books at a time, Russian literature. Mark Twain was his favorite author. He loved Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. But he got really into reading about God and Christianity.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
really wanting to understand God.
Where he's headed.
Feeling maybe
Probably,
close to
yeah.
death.
Yeah,
or
sure.
thinking about death, but really, really wanting to understand God.
Al Roker.
I was saying I saw him at the SNL 40th, and I didn't know he had cancer or anything, but I remember as soon as he saw me, he was like, "I love you, Molly." Just he blurted out right away, and I think I was like, oh, I just had a sense of like, I could feel that he had this kind of urgency to say exactly what was on his mind in the moment.
Right.
Because maybe he'll never have that moment again. And I was like, oh, something's different with Norm.
Nah, nice to see you there, Courtney.
I'm tired.
You're tired. Oh, Courtney, Jesus. Come on there.
Help me, Norm.
Come on, yeah, I'm trying.
Norm, help me.
I'm trying to help
Help
you
me,
out,
help
Courtney.
me. Ooh. Get off of me!
No, okay.
Get off of
Okay,
me.
I will, Courtney.
All right.
All right, well, yeah.
You know who did Jackie Gleason?
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett played Jackie Gleason.
How did that happen? A super tall guy, but he did it. He was great.
Jackie Gleason, yeah, the tall years or something. I don't know.
I shined up your bowling shoes for you, too. Are you comfy, sweetums? Oh, and by the way...
Aha! By the way, huh? All right, what's by the way?
I just saw Brad yesterday.
Brad, you were just inducted into the Television Hall of Fame of the National Association for Broadcasting.
Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
Brad Garrett seemed like a long shot. I remember like him because he's so crazy tall. You'd see him at the Improv and you go, how could he be cast in anything?
Well, he wasn't, you know, we wrote the show based on my life, so it was based on my brother in real life, who really was a cop, a New York City cop, but he was like 5'10", and he had this kind of bitterness, but he, nothing like Brad brought into it.
This is Robert, Ray's brother. Ray's brother?
Listen, Deborah, once again, it's that time of year where I have to ask you to look deep into your hearts and pockets to pledge your continued support for those of us who risk our lives for you.
Yeah, sure, Robert. How much?
Let me finish. The $20 pledge enables us to upgrade our equipment, fund our community outreach program, and provide our canine division with crunchy treats. Thank you.
No, Brad, they were casting, you know, I was in New York, and they would keep telling me who they think is up for it, and then they said, we found a good choice for the brother, Brad Garrett, and I said, you know, because all I knew him was from Star Search. And he won the first year of Star Search, so I knew of him, and I knew he was this giant...
impressionist.
Yeah. I said, what?
From Hollywood, it's the world's greatest talent competition. It's Star Search with your host, Ed McMahon. From Los Angeles, Brad Garrett.
And Stu Smiley from HBO said he did this unique take on it, and I saw it, and yeah, it was a lucky. That's what it is. We didn't write that. That wasn't on the page. That persona. And he brought that in.
Does he live in Las Vegas?
No, but he has a place there because he has that club.
I saw him there.
Where's it, the Rio?
He's almost like Rickles now.
Oh yeah, and he's got like a very young girlfriend. She was 25 when they met, and she's.
My girlfriend is quite a bit younger than me. You know the drill. And we were at a restaurant, and she's young, but she's, you know, she's growing. I mean, she's blossoming. This is her summer. And Rickles walks up to the table and looks at her and looks at me and goes, 12? She's 12? And then he says, you've been kidnapped, darling? Have you been kidnapped? Blink if you've been kidnapped. That was a funny encounter.
I feel like you and me, we couldn't be with a young girl. We'd feel too old. And then there's other guys that like young girls. Like,
well, it's the same theory as Vegas. You just get in and get out. I wouldn't want to stick around, but.
There's a passing resemblance, no question.
Yeah. So anyway, when you're in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, the oddest slogan I've ever heard. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, they say. Of course, it's not true. You can't kill a person and leave. They'll follow you across state lines and bring you back, and you'll face a jury of your peers. So I said, what does that mean? What does it mean? Like, what are they getting at, you know? I started ruminating about it. I whittled. I started whittling.
Oh, you whittle?
Yeah, when I ruminate, I whittle.
Whittle and ruminate.
Yeah, I whittle.
Hand in hand.
And I said, what does that actually mean? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? And it came to me in a sudden. What it means is you can have sex with a prostitute in Las Vegas, and she will not tell your wife. They're very discreet in Vegas. They're not like these gossipy small town whores. You know. These blabbermouths down at the beauty parlor with that pale blue thing over their head, whatever that is, go, you're Hank Johnson's husband? By God, I had sex in exchange for cash last night with him. Small world.
Yeah, in exchange for cash. Now, Norm.
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking out the new vibe, running streets at midnight, cities never sleeping. I am in Berlin, Berlin.
But Brad, you know, she's great, and Brad's the first one to tell you. He'll joke about it, you know. He says every time she leaves the house, I got to put out an Amber Alert, you know. Yeah. And her father was there. She was there this weekend. Her father's younger than us. Her father's
Oh
younger.
my God. This guy's young, but
I'm
35.
35.
Yeah. Okay. That seems young now to me.
What's the hardest drug that Norm MacDonald's done?
I guess love.
Where did you go?
I had to go powder my nose.
Oh, man. I've never seen a guest do that before.
I had to go.
You ran away during the commercial break.
I ran away, I freshened up, I powdered my nose.
Freshened up?
And then I took a piss in the sink.
All right. Why? Why do I ask? It's my fault.
You go to, you start doing comedy, and, you know, what is interesting to me is we hear about this.
Cocaine is not working.
I'm from the time, let me tell you something, Jay. I'm from the time, I remember when pot was something you cooked your eggs in. Yes. I remember when hash was something you were made out of corned beef. Yeah. Exactly. I remember when acid was something you threw in a guy's face when he made a pass of your wife.
Exactly. Where are those days? Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember ecstasy when it was just the feeling you had when you threw that vial of acid in the guy's face.
So wouldn't you love to ask Dole, like, when he was doing the commercial for what they now call erectile dysfunction?
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you feel when you sit down and do that kind of a commercial? I mean, it's got to be a little embarrassing, you know.
I don't feel that an old man should have erectile function. No, just thinking, you know, because they have that Viagra thing out.
Yeah.
And the other day, you know, Bob Dole came right out and said
he was one of the first.
Yeah. And, you don't want to hear about Bob Dole's cock, you know? I mean, President Clinton's cock, Bob Dole's cock, what the hell? But mostly, an old man like that, you don't want him to have a super hard cock. You know what I mean? Why? Because an old man, you want him to be, got a pipe going, a newspaper, the dog at his feet there.
Well, that, in some corners, is considered pipe.
Oh. But now they're going to have to create some goddamn pill that makes women aroused at the sight of a fucking 70-year-old dude with a super hard cock. You know what I'm saying?
crazy. This is Viagra. It's insane. And you know what it's for? Impotent people. All right, it's for impotent guys. So get this. I read this. The pill can make your cock hard for 4 hours.
Right.
So now, who has the 4-hour hard cock? The impotent guy. The rest of us are fucked. Me and you got our regular cocks. Meanwhile, fucking Spade is, you know.
Refer to Spade.
Oh, man. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it coming.
Dude, I know you didn't. He brought it all around and then a vicious rip kick into his best friend's gut.
Once there's too much cock talk, I try to just zone out for a minute till it goes back the other way.
If there's too much cock talk, this guy has fevered nightmares all night. Dreams, I mean, like sweaty, fevered dreams from the cock talk that's been all over his head.
Why bury me twice? He's killing me.
No, he's a good man.
That erased it. All right.
No, he's a good man.
Who cares?
After all that, that's the whiteout he puts on.
Yeah, I know, it's awful.
After he talks about you doing sit-ups on cock for 18 minutes. He goes, no, he's a good guy.
Just backstage, a lot of celebrities back there, man. I was talking to Jerry Jones, you know, the Cowboys owner, and he's disappointed, obviously. Yeah. Well, he's a good guy, though, man. He's talking about rebuilding the team, you know. And he told me, he says, we have to get back to what made us a championship team. Strippers and crack. And, of course, it was very inspiring to see President Clinton up here on crutches making a speech. I mean, I thought that was just amazing, you know. I mean, it's been difficult for the president. You know, he can't jog now, and he needs help getting around, and he still occasionally suffers great pain, you know. On the upside, you got your medical marijuana, so that's, you know. You must inhale, sir. It's the only way you're going to get better. The show has loosened up considerably. I noticed I was watching Oprah and Dave talking about weed and booze. And I don't do either of those. The hardest drug I ever did, LSD. And I remember I was a kid, I was like 16, and I remember they warned me, they said, hey, you gotta be careful with that LSD on account of you can get a flashback. 10 years can go by, 20 years, 30 years, and a flashback will happen. So I thought, hey, that seems like a good deal. You know, you tell me I buy a drug for $5, I eat it, I get high, and then 20 years later I get high again? That's not the point. I like to stretch my drug dollar. The point is this. 10 years have passed, 20 years have passed, 30 years have passed, and no flashbacks. What a gyp that turned out to be. Just more horse by the big acid companies, that's all it is. All right. I want to apologize for running out earlier. I don't know if anybody saw that. But, you know, these things happen in live TV, and it reminds me actually of a maxim that Christopher Plummer told me many years ago. He said, before a live awards ceremony, do not eat a fistful of LSD. Take that with you.
Now, Norm, I remember years ago you told me that you were there for the birth of your son, and I always remember this. And you said that was the most exciting thing you had ever participated in. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. And then what happened?
I took crystal meth.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I didn't know what you were getting at.
No, that's right. No, and then you said a couple of weeks later you went skydiving.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, that was what it was. Yeah. or hang gliding, yeah, hang gliding. And how was that compared to the birth? It was.
This was a joke at one point?
I have to do your act for you now? Is that what it's come to? And you said that was much more exciting than the birth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's whoops.
Just a little time. Coming down the stairs, just a little space to hold my
I assume anyone smiling is on meth. Veterinarians in Colorado have reported that marijuana use is on the rise amongst dogs. They say you'll know if your dog is too high if it starts making a really tall sandwich.
They like sweets better when they're high.
Yes, I don't know.
In England, a woman was arrested for throwing a birthday party for her 16-year-old son that included marijuana, alcohol, and strippers. Now she's got even bigger problems. What to do for his 17th birthday.
Whatever.
The street drug Special K has been found to be an excellent treatment for depression. This according to the New England Journal of Gary Busey.
You know, dogs and humans love to run because it apparently gives them a natural high similar to that of marijuana, according to the University of Arizona. Wow. After running what are called cannabinoids, the chemical found in marijuana that gives you a feeling of euphoria, are higher in humans and dogs, and this encourages them to run again. To 7-Eleven for a Slurpee. A Papa John's delivery man has been arrested for allegedly selling more than $40,000 in cocaine hidden in pizza boxes.
Jesus.
To undercover police officers. This raises an important question. Where is all that pizza that was supposed to go in those boxes? Can I have them to eat? I'm a big fat guy.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. When did you gain the weight?
Well, I fluctuated a lot throughout my life. But
how did you gain it?
Eating and not exercising.
Would that be your natural weight, or do you have to fight that all the time?
Well, yeah, I think I have to fight it to a degree. Yeah.
And how did you lose the weight?
Cocaine.
Cocaine?
Cocaine. Mostly, yeah, cocaine and other drugs, and very, very serious depression.
That helps me a lot, Dr. Oz.
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know. Do you think it's cocaine?
Yep.
Well, you're partly right. It's cocaine, and it's also a lot of baby laxative. So you might. A
couple minutes.
Yeah.
I'll be
careful, because it burns like hell when the.
Yeah.
I think I heard Matthew Perry once in an interview. I think he basically said he invented sarcasm. I think he said that. Norm was on Saturday Night Live. Norm tells the best fucking stories about some of those celebrities that went through there. And Matthew Perry had an assistant and said, you know, he said to Norm, Matt wants to do a sketch that he wants you to be in where he talks like he does on Friends. He calls it Matt speak. And Norm said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, you know, he invented a way of talking, the way he talks on Friends, Matt speak. And he showed him a clip, and Norm said, are you talking about sarcasm? Matthew Perry called sarcasm. He renamed it Matt speak.
Hilarious.
And Norm goes, you're talking about sarcasm?
What about the black odd couple, Gil?
They should have just said to him, oh, that was really good.
I think one of the younger writers said, I think Matthew Perry's a genius. And I think that's what it was. And Norm said, is he good at math or something?
Excuse me, is this Sarcasm 101?
No, it's Lamaze class for men named Arthur.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm kidding. It is Sarcasm 101. Be more gullible. Take any seat you want.
Thanks.
Except that one.
Oops.
I'm kidding. Sit down.
It's really hard to tell.
Thank you. Oh, in class, whoever parked in my space, thank you. I enjoyed the walk.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there's nothing like an hour in the rain.
Oh, wait. Oh, I get it. You're saying that because you don't want him to park in your spot.
Very good. You win the trip to Jamaica.
Hey, wait a minute. You didn't say there was a prize.
Wow, could you be any stupider? Okay, last week's assignment was how you would describe the food in England. Jane.
The food is so good there.
Kevin.
When my dad eats, he sounds like a pig.
No, that couldn't be more wrong.
But...
And just so you know, Kevin, I don't like it when you say things.
My dad's from England.
See, I see your mouth moving and I hear all these sounds, but it's just like coming out like, woo, 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 my dad. Okay, quick pop quiz for everybody, okay? You walk into a bar and you see a fat, ugly, disgusting guy in the corner. You turn to your friends and you say what?
Could he be any larger?
Could he be any uglier?
He looks like my dad.
Whoa, Kevin, try again.
He looks a great deal like my dad.
I don't see what's so funny.
There's a shocker.
I nominate Marissa for class president because of her incisive wit.
Hey.
You people just don't know when to stop.
Why don't you cry about it?
I want to take a bath with Marissa. I mean, that is to say, could I want more to... Can I take a bath with Marissa? Or...
My teaching assistant.
She was faking?
Catch on slower.
Hey! I don't think she's really a student.
Be a bigger moron.
Can I still take a bath with you, or...?
Another Norm joke, but he sort of, again, that area pisses him off as much as it does us. He was at an SNL after party. This, to me, was put perfectly. I'm not going to say the comic's name because, you know, I don't permission from Norm. But anyway, Harvey Weinstein was holding court. He was talking about, he had seen that scene of alternative comedy, and he had seen somebody that everybody, you know, was kind of, at that moment was the king of that. That's all. And, you know, Harvey Weinstein, I've been in, like, seen him at work. He's a very, like, obnoxious, like, he just yells shit out that he, you know, he thinks is brilliant, like Stephen Wright jokes or something. Right. You know, you can't have everything, where would you put it? You know, stuff like that. So he goes, he says this guy's name, and Norm's sitting there, he's on with Lorne and everybody, and he's holding, and Harvey Weinstein says this person's name and goes, I think Sons is a genius. And then he looks at Norm and goes, Norm, what do you think? And Norm goes, is he good at math or something? And it's like, okay, the ballsy part is now Weinstein looks like an asshole. And people are like, Lauren, and you know, from that moment on, one of the most powerful guys in the world hates with a passion Norm MacDonald.
Really have problems with handsome people, like Friends, you know, would bother me so much. I watched Friends and then I said, fuck, these are the funniest, super handsome people ever. I'll give that to them, you know what I mean?
Who are you guys?
It's probably harder if you're so fucking handsome.
Are you all right?
What happened?
Well, you're all right, sir. Now, everything's going to be fine.
I saw a white light and I felt this inner peace. I thought I was going to heaven. But then that guy from that horrible movie Rhinestone showed up.
What?
It's Fly Stallone. He's trying to help us.
Don't move. There's an ambulance coming, please.
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
No, it's okay.
He's not that kind. Did you see Cobra?
You know, that movie actually got very screwed up in the editing. Whoa, what's wrong?
I just remembered staying alive.
Oh, hey, come on. Look, you'll be fine. You're just a little shaken up, okay?
Great. I don't know which is worse, being in this accident or being helped by the star of Judge Dredd.
Listen, he's trying to be nice.
Yeah, okay, fine. How are you doing, madam?
My arm hurts.
Oh, really? Can you move your fingers?
Oh, God, Paradise Alley sucks. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Well, don't be sorry. The guy stole 2 hours of your life.
Oh, come on. That's enough. I'm trying to help you.
Let me ask you something. What were you thinking when you made Over the Top?
What?
Over the Top? I mean, you had to arm wrestle a guy for the custody of your son, for God's sake.
Let's save your energy.
I mean, did you actually get that script and go around telling people, hey, this is a good one?
Oh, come on, just drop it, please.
No, you're right, you know. It was an excellent movie, now that I think about it. After all, you know, it does combine the emotional drama of a custody child hearing with arm wrestling.
That's enough! Shut up!
Hey, what the hell are you doing? You're punching car accident victims.
No, you don't understand. He was bad-mouthing my films.
The man is injured and he happens to think Tango and Cash is jackass, so you hit him?
He didn't mention Tango and Cash, okay?
Please, somebody just help my husband.
I think this guy's dying. All right, everyone clear. I'm losing him.
Stop, or my mom will shoot. Stop.
So, on Weekend Update, when you anchored, Frank Stallone was often a punchline. Did he know it was coming, or did you ever talk to him afterwards?
But I talked to his brother, Sylvester Stallone, who hosted the show, and he was like, what the fuck with Frank? You know? So I said, it's a complete non sequitur. It's ridiculous, you know? And so he told me, he says, the thing with Frank is, after Rocky, he decided to become a boxer. So, he'd go in the ring with it. They'd say like the Italian stallion's brother. He goes, every boxer in Philadelphia just beat the shit out of him. He goes, you've never been right since, and I feel guilty about it. He says, if you could just lay off him for a while. And I was like, no, so I never did another job.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try, and we both got our own problems, but I still try.
According to the EPA, it will cost an estimated $295 million to clean up toxic waste at the former Lockheed Martin military aircraft plant in California. The cause of the toxic waste? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In Princess Anne, Maryland, state health officials have discovered what caused the mysterious death of 200,000 fish at a Somerset County fish farm. The culprit? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. In economic news, unemployment figures rose slightly for the month of October, with declines in the Dow Jones and NASDAQ. The reason for the sudden downturn? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Entertainment Weekly's list of the 101 most powerful people in show business is out. At number 1, Fox CEO Robert Murdoch. And at number 2, you guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll? You guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. And the British Sunday Times is reporting that Belgian doctors have accidentally cloned a human being. The human being? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Recent photos sent from the Galileo space probe orbiting Jupiter's moon Europa suggests that it meets the conditions necessary to support a primitive life form. Just what kind of life form? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. And finally, the votes are in. And Entertainment Weekly has chosen its funniest man alive. And who is the funniest man alive? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. Congratulations, Frank Stallone.
The news, some of the news I understand, but that news isn't real news, you know what I mean? It's just odd, crazy, like Tiger Woods, who's still in it, in this tournament, which is depressing for me because I like Tiger and stuff. And then, Tiger victimized himself, first of all, his family, but and all these women and everything. But he also victimized the golf fan, me. You know what I mean? The guy, I believed in him and I trusted him, and so it was kind of sad for me because I don't care if a guy wants to lie down with ladies and stuff like that. I understand that's a thing guys like to do, but I don't like hypocrisy. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like a hypocrite. And to me, Tiger, when I was watching him, he always presented himself to me as a golfer. You know? I always thought he was a great golfer. I watched him my whole, life. And he'd be in the sand hitting it out, and then the golf ball would come real close, you know what I mean, to the hole. And then he'd put it in and go like that and everything. So I was all happy. I go, man, that guy's a golfer. People would ask me, who's Tiger Woods? I go, he's a golfer. Right? Now, I had no idea he was leading this double life where by day he was a golfer and by night he was laying down with ladies. Otherwise, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around a Buick, people snickering at me and stuff, you know? Whatever. No, but he's a sex addict, and that's a hard one. I imagine that's a tough one to kick. Wouldn't that be the worst, like those meetings, like a sexaholic, if they have those meetings, what do they call them? They always say aholic, it only really works with alcohol. Like sex, AA, for sex, that would be a weird, I don't know how that would go. But, if you haven't had sex for like a year or something, and then you don't want to hear about some guy's relapse. Guy's like, I've been weak. Oh, no, you don't have to tell us. I met her in a bar. She was gorgeous. Please. You have to hug the guy. That's too bad. Oh, that's terrible. Well, whatever. But I don't even know if sex, I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't know, It's weird to me because if you're an addict, if you're a heroin addict, you're addicted to heroin. The more heroin you do, the more addicted you are. Booze addict, you're addicted to booze. More booze you do, bigger addict you are, So to me, if you're a sex addict, let's say, sometimes you meet these guys like, hey, man, this guy's 70 years old, and he's been married since he was 20. Still happy, still have a healthy sex life, still has sex with his wife, every week or so, Then wouldn't you think, that guy's a sex addict? He is a sex addict to such a degree that he's willing to have sex with a 70-year-old lady. That's hitting bottom there, If you're going around getting a whole bunch of different ladies, that's not a sex addict. That's just a beautiful lady addict. I don't know what you call that. But if you're willing to just anything at all, just whatever's beside you after 50 years, you're like, I don't like you anymore, but or whatever they do. Whatever noise they make. An injured Tiger Woods withdrawing from the Player Championship on Thursday after only 9 holes. 9 holes, or as Tiger calls it, 3 ladies. When asked about Tiger Woods, fellow golfer John Daly said that Tiger's problem was that he wasn't getting sex from his wife. It's never a good sign in life when you're getting advice from this guy right here. Not exactly Dear A.B. As we mentioned, Tiger Woods bowed out of the Players' Championship, citing pain in his left leg. What might have caused that? For the answer, let's go to sports show correspondent, the late Burgess Meredith.
Women weaken legs.
As always, thank you, late Burgess Meredith. Top story tonight, Tiger Woods fell out of the top 10 in the world golf rankings for the first time in 14 years. This is a valuable lesson for all you young golfers. Never stop And finally, Tiger Woods, a whoremonger no more. Which brings us to this week's What the H? What the H is going on with Tiger Woods? As we all saw on Sunday, the guy can't even sink 3-foot putts at Augusta anymore. Why? Because we are still in his head, that's why. When I first heard about the scandal, like everybody else, I was shocked. You know, I was like, hey, wait a minute. Are you telling me that Tiger Woods, the $6 billion man, the greatest athlete in the world, the super handsome, charismatic guy, you're telling me that that guy likes to lie down with ladies? I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a minute. Then, when it was proved true, I got all self-righteous. I was like, I don't like hypocrites. He's a public figure, and that's not how he presented himself in public. He always presented himself in public as a golfer. I didn't know he was leading some kind of double life where he golfed by day and then laid down with ladies by night. If I'd known that, I never would have bought the Buick. Now I'm driving around in my Buick with everybody snickering at me. And listen, how naive was I? You know, what did I think Tiger's life was? You know, was he like, hey, I've won 4 straight majors. What should I do now? I know. I'll go back to my hotel room all by myself. Okay, here I am in my hotel room. Let me just close my hotel room window. Too many ladies chanting my name out there. I know, I'll order some room service. Hello. Yes, I'd like to order... hello, Nicole. I'd like to order a chicken breast sandwich. No, if I wanted a job to end all jobs, I would have asked for one. I want a chicken breast sandwich with a pickle. So anyways, Tiger has admitted that he is a sex addict, but what is a sex addict? Now, take my Uncle Bert, for example. A fine fellow. He's been married to my Aunt Ruth for the last 50 years, and they still have a wonderful, healthy sex life. Now, ask yourself this. How addicted to sex do you have to be to have sex thousands of times over half a century with this thing? If you're looking for a sex addict, I'll give you a sex addict. Uncle Bert. Now, also, Tiger is different than you and me. Now, how many chances do we have in our life to commit adultery? Maybe 10. So if we stray once, it's not even 10. We just think it's 10. If we stray once, that's 10%. Now, Tiger may have had sex with 50 or 60 girls, but what about the 3 million he could have but didn't? You got to factor those gals in. Then that makes the percentage 0.000000006, which statistically is 0. So, from a strictly mathematical standpoint, Tiger Woods is the most faithful man who has ever lived. All right, so let's get out of his head and let Tiger be Tiger. What the H?